Opie and Dopey.
Two guys that hate each other.
Just shut your mouth.
I hate them.
Shut up.
Don't be unkind.
Shut up, bitch.
Oh, very nice.
Shut the fuck up.
You're a fine bunch of bullies, aren't you?
I'm Opie.
I could give a fuck. I'm Jim Norton, and I'm on the radio. Shut up.
The Opie and Anthony Show. It's all about fun.
I'd love to spit in your face.
I will fucking kill you.
Shut up, stupid.
I'm just a zilch and I know it.
Who cares? We're trying to do a fucking radio. I know what we're trying to do. I'm sitting here across from you. I understand that.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Despicable asshat.
And these dummies that work for us, you guys stink.
Ben looks like a tall baby.
Always laughing in the wrong places.
Ben, where's the coffee?
He rock.
Hopefully he's going through a car wash with his mouth open.
And there's Steve.
Steve is a piece of garbage.
And you stink.
You are cordially invited to a robbery rape.
This is family entertainment.
This show is a disaster.
Opie and Anthony Show.
If you have any poo, fling it now.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
And ask them if they want to help save this country from the onslaught of integration. You know, the system is they want to throw white children and colored children into the melting pot of integration, out of which will come a conglomerated, mongrel class of people. Those races will be destroyed in such a move. I, for one, honor God, will die before I'll yield 1 inch to that kind of a movement.
Hey, what happened to mine?
Hell, I like it. You can come over to my house and fuck my sister. Well, no shit.
Sounds a little low today, doesn't it?
Low. What's going on? Let me try this one.
He was banging cocktail waitresses 2 at a time.
A little better, but...
It was the greatest piece of ass I've ever had, and I've had them all over the world.
It's definitely low, Anthony, because they usually have you right about there where the arrow is.
That's interesting.
And now you're way up here.
Oh, well.
Good morning and welcome to the Opie and Anthony program. Hi. France is on fire. And I
love it.
And it's election day.
See some of the funny headlines?
French toast. It said French toast,
And they were showing the fires.
Where did you see that one?
I think it's in the Post somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's one of our bits for today. French toast. Headlines from your newspapers.
Yeah.
What are they saying about France burning?
I love it. I just love when a pompous, stupid-ass country just starts crumbling from the inside. They've allowed all of these Muslims to come into their country without any kind of real regulation. They're such a racist country, but they're so afraid that the rest of the world will see that they're racist. So they just let people pretty much do what they want. And these Muslims now are going crazy. It's been going on for, what, almost 2 weeks?
Like 12 days or something? Yeah, about 2 weeks.
2 weeks now, and they just can't get their shit under control over there because they're a bunch of French faggots who don't know how to take their terrorists by the balls.
They have a curfew, too, at 9. Do you think when they're, like, smashing windows and burning buildings and cars, they're going, oh, shit, it's 9 o'clock.
I better.
Stop.
Oh, Jesus.
We better wrap this up and we'll start up again tomorrow.
Oh, Allah. Better get inside. All right. See you tomorrow. Quick, curfew.
A curfew at 9. They should just go out with rubber bullets or something.
A curfew. Is that what they told the Nazis? Hey, there's a curfew. There's a curfew in this country, Buster.
You don't rip out gold teeth past 10 p.m.
Jesus. Horrid. And then there was a little confusion because I said, is today election day? Are we going to figure out this Corzine Forrester thing today, finally?
Yeah, tonight.
By the way, we don't really care who is the governor of New Jersey. Quite frankly, I don't know which guy does.
Yeah.
I've seen the debates, I've seen the commercials, but I don't know anything about either candidate.
No.
And I don't think they want you to know anything about either candidate.
No, they just they've been bashing each other now since the battle started between the two. It's just been them bashing each other on a personal level, and then the last day, for like 1 day, they've started to come out and say what they're for.
Yeah.
What their platform is, but I don't think anyone really cares. Looks like Corzine's going to win. Forrester's kind of behind.
He's fading, right?
But he's within reach, unlike Ferrer, running for mayor here in New York against Bloomberg.
There's like a 35-point swing or something.
Bloomberg's actually been going around telling people to vote because he's afraid everyone's just going to go, it's such a blowout, I don't even have to go down there and vote today.
Imagine?
So he's been out there scared shitless going, no, people, please, don't take this for granted, get out there and vote.
All the people supporting him are looking at the paper going, it's going to be a blowout. Let's go to the movies instead.
Your new mayor.
No.
Who would have thought that a Jew would be running against a Puerto Rican ever in this country for anything?
Only in New York, though.
But if he wins the Puerto Rican, like Gracie Mansion is going to be all boarded up and graffiti on it and stuff. There's going to be like
the
300 people living in it.
A little fact about that: the mayor doesn't live there
in Gracie Mansion
for either the first time or one of the first times ever.
What, Bloomberg doesn't live there, right?
No,
step down for him.
Yeah, it's the mayor's residence, and he opted out on it. Said, "Fuck no, man, my place is much better than that piece of shit."
Mm-hmm.
Remember when Sharpton ran for president? The only way he was making it on the White House lawn was with a lantern in his hand.
I need rim shots for you today, Voss.
That was a good one. I'm starting off strong.
Rim shot Voss today.
Yeah, we're going to call you Rim Shot Voss.
Who do you think will be a president first? A Jew, a black man, or a lady?
Of the United States?
Yeah. It's got to be a lady, right?
Let me see. I think more so than the American public having to vote for the three choices you gave. I think it's more that who will be put up there by the politicians first. Like I think they figured a woman would be more accepted.
It'll be a woman
and
before
it'd be
black.
It'll be easier for the American people to vote for a woman. Not that they would want a woman in there any more than they would a guy. I think this country at this point kind of just wants to stick to leaving the guys in there.
Yeah.
I don't think we want a woman at such a high place of power right now. It's just the way it is.
It's worked out well so far.
I can't tell you why or anything.
It's because it worked out well.
People don't like changing rocking the apple cart.
No, you don't want to do that. Not yet.
Shake shit up too much. But black guy, I don't know.
Definitely before a Jew. A black guy before a Jew.
You think black guy before a Jew?
Well, because there's only 3% Jews in this country who vote. 3% all across the world. There's 13% black people in this country. So right there's 10% more. Then, on any white supremacy list, the Jews are number one, on the white, which was tough. We were number 3 at one point, but we had to foreclose on farms and work our way up.
Yeah.
So there's the hatred towards them outweighs the hatred towards blacks.
I don't know. Well, I think the prejudice, though, in the you might get the hardcore, racists, or like you're talking about, the white supremacists with their little hit list thinking that the Jews are on top. But as far as the general population of this country goes, I believe you'd have an easier time getting a moderate Jewish guy in there before you would any black guy.
I never looked at it that way. The overall aspect, the blacks are still...
Yeah. I think as far as being accepted to the presidency, you would get... You can't have, Shlomo Meyerowitz running for president. I don't think he's going to be on the ticket anytime soon.
Or Rashim Ramalani.
Right, exactly.
I think but you go with a light-skinned black. I think we
Colin Powell before he self-destructed with the whole Bush thing. Going before the UN against Iraq. Before that whole scandal, I think he was setting himself up pretty well to be accepted by the people where he probably could have gotten a vice presidential ticket and then maybe run after a 2-term stint by whoever was his president. Something like that. Get people used to it. He blew that. He's completely blown out of the water as far as politics goes. Now, I don't think that Obama guy...
He's got the best shot, though.
His name sounds too much like Osama.
He's going to have to change
just run. No, it doesn't matter. Human people, the friggin' American people will look at it like that.
But here's this.
Obama sounds like Osama.
That's fine, but name another black guy that you even know that has a shot at the White House besides him.
None.
Exactly.
None. And he doesn't either.
It would have to be a light-skinned black. I mean, if you're like Mickey Rivers black or Bruce Smith black or Manute Bol black, you don't have a shot, man.
And it'll never be like the movies, like a Chris Rock movie or something where it's like, I'm the president! It's going to be like these guys that you see. I like when they interview black people that are in the Air Force. Because that's the only like a black guy fighter pilot. It's never like in the movies, damn, I hit that shit up good. Yeah, launch the missile, motherfucker. The guy's like, we were cruising at an altitude of 35,000 feet. Very well spoken. It's never some jive talking motherfucker. Yeah. You know?
It's a Cuba Gooding.
That's what you're going to get.
No, not
Cuba's
really.
a little too black.
Well, a little too much going on there.
Yeah.
Like you say, you're not going to get minute like the nightlight black where, you know, you stand in front of a brick wall and you look like an alley black. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
But you won't. It's funny that the black people, any light-skinned black or Republican black, to the average or majority of black people, is considered an Uncle Tom.
Right. They will not get the black vote.
Not at all. Because they're Uncle Toms, but yet they're shooting themselves in the foot because the liberal blacks are holding their own people down by affirmative action and housing.
Well, there's always
keeps them out of the neighborhood of the superior white race and keeps them down. You know what I'm saying? But
there's always been a problem within the black community getting a power base going because they themselves are divided. They can't get together as one and be united under some kind of leadership. It just doesn't work for some reason. I don't know. There was something that happened just last week. I don't know the names, but it was a conservative Republican black guy. And he was being pelted by liberal Democrat blacks with Oreo cookies. They came in throwing Oreos at him and calling him an Uncle Tom just because he's successful. He's like working himself up in the Republican Party. And blacks look at the Republicans like a bunch of, white cowboy hat wearing racists. So if you're a black guy in there, you're the Uncle Tom, the token. And until they reach some kind of a happy medium there, it's going to be very hard for them.
And the sad thing is the Oreo cookies that they were throwing, basically the white man paid for that through tax dollars that went to WIC checks or food stamps.
You think that's what they didn't pay for the Oreos?
They got them with their paper money, and they take and they waste it.
All right. But just before we went on the air, Ben's like, it's election day, and because of our hours, it's great. Right after the show, I'm going to go vote.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, vote? Ugh.
Voting?
And then he goes, if you don't vote, you can't what? Complain?
Yeah. He said if you, unless you vote, then you can't complain. You shouldn't complain.
And a lot of people say that. A lot of people say you shouldn't complain if you don't vote.
Don't complain if you don't vote.
But I make a statement by not voting. Like, I didn't want Bush or Kerry in the last election.
No.
I was leaning toward Kerry, but I saw through that bullshit,
Can I do the phone calls before they come in?
Oh, you should have voted Libertarian then.
Right.
Yeah. In other words,
so don't vote. What was I supposed to do if I didn't like Bush or Kerry? We'll take the main election there.
Vote Libertarian. You should have voted for the Green Party. You should have voted.
In other words, throw the vote away.
Shut up.
Unless you're voting Democrat or Republican, you're throwing your vote away. Sorry, just the way it is. And, if you don't want either one, what are you supposed to do? No vote? You vote in your no vote?
That's what I do. That's my protest. I don't vote.
Don't vote.
When I don't like the candidates.
Because it does make a statement when they say only such and such percentage of the people even voted this election. It kind of lets the people know that, hey, even though you won, Pally, really people don't like you.
Yeah, we're not that happy.
A lot of the people of this country really don't like you.
How about we're voting for mayor today, right?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't care.
You live in the city, though.
How
can
you
not care?
Things haven't changed that much since Giuliani, so what has Bloomberg really done?
Actually, Bloomberg's done a lot.
Bloomberg
has really done a lot. Bloomberg
what has he done for me, Anthony?
He has made an extension of what Giuliani did. He kind of took up the reins and kept things going as far as quality of life goes in the city. A lot of quality of life things. Smoking in the bars.
Horrible.
I was completely against that at first. Even as a non-smoker, I was against that. I don't like people's, right or whatever being stepped on. But when you go home, and maybe not you because you still smoke, when you go home and get undressed and the pile of clothes you put on the floor doesn't smell like a fucking campfire in the morning.
That's great.
When you pack your luggage and then come back home and open it up and it's not just an ashtray.
That's great news for me because I could rewear my clothes.
Yeah, but see, the thing, free business and capitalism, it just infringes on that free business capital. You open a bar, all right, and you're depending on those customers, and all of a sudden the government comes in and says, hey, they can't do this in your bar, which goes hand in hand, smoking and drinking.
I completely agree with Rich Voss, and I hate smokers.
You know, I mean,
absolutely.
That's like, you know, it's like rent control too. It's bullshit. If you're a landlord or a homeowner, it's free business trade. I can't believe I'm this fucking smart. And
don't worry, you'll fuck it up soon.
Yeah, believe me.
We're waiting for you to fall off the cliff.
So you know, you got to put you're just putting yourself as the common non-smoker or smoker, but you got to go and look at these guys that are investing all this cash.
Kind of, there you go, the XM MiFi on Fox 5. Get that story for us, all right?
Delphi XM MiFi.
Very good.
Tech gadgets.
Doing a little tech talk. No, I agree with the smoking in the restaurants and the bars, by the way. Completely agree. I can't believe you could tell a bar owner or a restaurant owner, you know, that people aren't allowed to smoke. Something that is legal in our society.
Let me tell you something. I know it's legal, but it just is harmful. It is very harmful.
Well, then
it's working in an environment.
And ban smoking altogether. Make it an illegal substance.
Well, no,
if it's a legal substance and you own a restaurant or a bar, it should be up to you. But your workers then decide, well, do I want to work in this environment? No, I don't want to work in this environment. So then you find another job that's in a smoke-free environment.
The alcohol's not a dangerous substance that they're serving.
And if I go in the old days, if a bar was too smoky, I'm out of there, and I would find a place that might not be as smoky.
Sometimes you couldn't be out of there. Working in our business, we did a lot of bar gigs. Very good.
The 12 places in Manhattan that you can still legally smoke do a killer business. You can't even get into them on the weekends.
Yeah.
The places that you can legally
How about this?
smoke.
How about they took the smoking thing here in New York a step further, and these cigar bars are closing down. Cigar bars are places where people go out of their way to smoke their cigars.
And the employees know what kind of atmosphere they're working in. It's not like a restaurant where they're serving food and you're like, hey, I don't want smoke.
But how does that make sense? The cigarette thing, I understand we can debate this for hours, but they were closing down the cigar bars.
Well, and to go back to that, though, a lot of those cigar bars do serve food still, and you can smoke. I know several of them that you can, which is even, you know.
But there was one we used to go to, not that we smoked cigars, but we would stop there once in a while on 56, and all of a sudden they're like, we gotta close down because we're not allowed to let people smoke cigars in here anymore, even though the place opened up as a place to smoke cigars.
It's the biggest scam. The government, you know, they sue the tobacco companies for billions of dollars. They do all this bullshit. Yet, they'll fund the farmers to grow the tobacco. They'll make the tax money off the cigarettes. And then
the government aren't the ones that are suing the tobacco companies.
Oh, yeah. Local governments sue tobacco companies all the time for health care.
It's usually the people that are, my grandpa died after smoking, and, now I'm going to sue fucking
the government
R.J. Reynolds.
Loves the tobacco industry. Are you insane?
That's why they will never outlaw.
They absolutely love the tobacco industry.
Yeah, but states have sued.
You know how much money they get from the tobacco industry?
It's all a scam. It's like you can't smoke. It's like say in OTB you can't hold one of your nostrils and shoot out the other one, or spit. I mean, there's certain things you do in these places. And smoking, we go on the road, and the clubs that you could smoke in are always more crowded than the ones you can't smoke in. They'll have a non-smoking show full of fucking jerk-offs.
That's one issue.
I just simplify the argument. It amazes me that it's a legal substance and you're telling restaurant and bar owners that you're not allowed to have that in your establishment. That just amazes me. If smoking's that bad, then try to, make it illegal.
Restaurants, though, the restaurant side of it you can understand a little bit more.
Restaurants,
the bar side.
But not in America, because
restaurants are packed.
Yeah, but not in America. Like, in America, I have the choice. I will either go to a restaurant that has a lot of smoking, or I will personally, and have done this in the past, find a restaurant that's not smoking, or has a non-smoking area or an outside area where I don't have to deal with it.
Yeah, but when they first did the law, how they had it was with the you could have a smoking section in a restaurant, but it had to be,
was great. It was a glass death booth.
Yeah, it's like
the same at the airports every time. All the smokers in the death room.
It wasn't even that. They had the smoking sections in the restaurant, and some comedian said that's like having a peeing section in a pool. Like, what does that really do? And
I know, because you'd be at one table that's in the non-smoking section, and then it's right next to the smoking section.
Right.
So you're sitting next to a table of smokers.
Wait, there's not a peeing section in the pool?
Oozing over at you.
It's everywhere. I laugh at the people that, you're in a pool and all of a sudden they jump out of the pool and they're running into the house. I'm like, where are you going? Oh, I have to take a leak. How were you raised?
How about that dye that if you pee in a pool, it turns like a bright blue by
I think that's an urban legend, by the way.
But every time I take a leak in a pool, that goes through my head. I think it turns the water orange or blue. It can't turn it blue, Rich. Jesus.
It's or whatever.
I think it was orange.
It's too much government. It's them saying you can't do this.
Here we go.
No, it's just they're telling.
Go ahead, Rich.
They're telling you what you can eat, can't eat. You know, we're not fucking
What
idiots.
are you talking about?
Who says what we can eat?
How many things?
What aren't you allowed to eat?
Tobacco?
No, I'm not saying what you can.
What aren't you allowed to eat?
No, they're putting regulations on all kinds of. In these places, you have to have a.
Oh my God, I love this. Go ahead.
You have to have charts on the calories and fat intake, this and that, and
but they're making
places.
That's just there to educate the people. They're not saying don't eat your Big Mac or your Whopper or whatever.
Okay,
you're allowed to eat whatever the fuck you want.
All right, pretty soon.
In Voss's America.
Pretty soon, they'll have restrictions on certain, like McDonald's won't be allowed to sell this type of food with that much fat in it.
And you get your info from where?
It's a theory. It's I just see it coming. You see it coming. Watch, you'll see.
Yeah.
There was
maybe children first. Maybe they'll start out like you can't sell a Whopper to a kid under like 18.
Well, that's child abuse for kids anyhow. If a kid is 300 or 400 pounds and the parent keeps pushing Big Macs into this kid's face, they wouldn't do it with alcohol or drugs, but they do it with food just because they're lazy or they're fucking pigs. And that's child abuse, in my opinion.
Yeah, a bunch of fat kids running around.
Yeah, and it's the parent's fault. It's the kid doesn't.
I don't know.
All right.
Look, trying to bring it back around to the election here in New York City
Anthony.
And the voting, and you shouldn't have any say.
And I disagree, by the way. You guys said that Bloomberg did a lot. I don't think one man does a lot anymore. There was a time, when I was talking politics with my dad and stuff, it seemed like one guy used to do a lot in this country. And I don't think that has been the case for many, many years.
You're right as far as the president goes. A lot of governors, a lot of states, governors and stuff. There's one place where one guy does have a lot of responsibility and power is the mayor of New York City. It's different than being the mayor of any other city in the country. The mayor of a lot of other cities are more figurehead than they are real mayor. And they have a lot of other people that are kind of have the power base.
The system's in place? And he's kind of like the figurehead and just keeps it going?
No, the mayor in New York wields a lot of power, man. It really does.
And it's not the system, though. It's him personally.
No, if you notice, each individual mayor really has put his fingerprint on New York City. And you could definitely tell what's gone on during his reign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm not going to vote today.
No, huh?
No. Who are you voting for today, Ben?
Bloomberg.
And why?
He's been a good mayor. Exactly what Anthony says. He's running like a business. You haven't liked Bloomberg from the start. Back when we were at NEW, I remember we got in an argument about this.
That's another thing. You take it for granted that we would have come right back after 9/11, business-wise, shit like that. To get a businessman in there running things, you didn't notice that aside from right after 9/11, when New York was really hurting financially, that we came back from it.
Yeah.
Now if there was a shitty mayor in there, you may have noticed and gone, oh, holy shit, this guy stinks. He couldn't get us back.
Well, what makes a shitty mayor?
Dinkins.
Look at Dinkins.
But the economy was also horrendous back then
because of Dinkins.
I don't know about that. I wasn't a fan of Dinkins myself, but it seems like the economy also has something to do with whether
it does. And look who
a government official does well or not.
Look who changed that, Giuliani. Giuliani brought a lot of business into New York City. A lot of people weren't doing business with New York when
actually he came up with some great ideas.
The washroom attendant, as Bob Grant used to call him.
If they were his ideas, like Giuliani, got Times Square in shape.
Yeah.
Well, he had Bill Bratton. He had a great police commissioner.
Well, he had a great police commissioner. He was a prosecutor. He, was a very anti-crime. As far Dinkins, was visiting the bedsides of drug dealers that had been shot, as opposed to the police officers that have been shot. And it reflected on New York. Times Square was a mess. Regardless of what you think about it now, it's doing business. It's making money.
He also put cops everywhere. I mean, remember all
cop.
there's cops everywhere when Giuliani was in office.
So you're voting for Bloomberg. What does he stand for, Ben?
What's he stand for?
Yeah.
That's actually a good question. I don't know. What does he stand for, Opie?
See, I don't know, but I'm not voting.
Listen, here's the thing.
That's what I find really funny when you ask people about...
Bloomberg has a good point, though, today about worrying about people voting and stuff. And then what if a bunch of people like you just said, oh, fuck it, he's going to get back in, and Ferreira gets in. I mean, this guy...
Yeah.
I mean... He's just a jackass.
Yeah, you don't want him in there.
But the reality is, it's going to be
Bloomberg's run the
Bloomberg.
city.
Even if half the voters that usually vote stay home, he's still going to win.
Yeah,
he's not even close.
He's going to win. I wouldn't worry about it.
It's not even close. I will bet you whatever you want to bet. It ain't happening.
And then there's a whole... I haven't even read... I got a stack of stuff to go home. There's like a ton of referendums on the ballot.
You got to vote for those?
I don't know. I mean, I got to read... Nathaniel was talking about the 2nd Avenue subway. I still got to go through all the...
What I find interesting every election is when you talk to people and say, why are you voting for Bush? Why are you voting for Kerry? Why are you voting for Bloomberg? Whatever.
Yeah.
The reasons are just amaze me. They're the most simplistic reasons ever.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what they put across in a lot of the ads. They want it to be simple.
If it comes right down to it, most people, me included, I don't know what the candidates stand for in general. And I think that's most voters. And then there's people listening right now going, oh, you're full of shit. I know exactly what these guys stand for. But I think in general, it's a very basic thing.
Bloomberg's been pretty straightforward with what he wants to do, and it's tough on crime, bring business to New York, and... protect New York against terrorism. That's been his platform right there. And his record, he stands on his record. Ferrer, couldn't tell you. I have no idea what the fuck that guy won, but I know it's wacky.
Yeah.
When I see him uptown marching and people behind him speaking in strange tongues, I don't want him running things.
George the Geek from Jersey, hate to say it, but Rich is in fact correct, sir. The states have sued the tobacco industry and won. The effect is the... truth commercials, they are paid for and produced by the tobacco industry as part of their settlement.
How about that?
If that's true, I don't know. Speaking of Election Day, we were on top of this whole governor's race, the New Jersey governor's race, from the get-go.
Very early on, you could tell these two hated each other, and it just got filthy. And it got so dirty between these two.
And I know this is a national show, but I think everyone could relate to this. You got your local politicians, and they get these ads on TV just trashing the other guy. But we noticed right away that this governor's race here in Jersey, these guys just went for the throat. It got ugly.
I think
getting ex-wives involved and talking about abortions and affairs.
And Forrester.
It's great.
I think New Jersey just wants a governor that's not sticking his cock through a divider in a rest area.
Yeah, coming off the last governor.
Yeah.
Especially Jersey, man.
Oh, man.
I mean, there may be some other states where it might be tolerated a little bit better, but Jersey, no fucking way.
He just goes out partying now, is what I'm hearing.
He's always seen in Chelsea with some blonde guy.
Really?
He's on the page 6 all the time. McGreevy.
Yeah, McGreevy. He turns up partying with the other gay guys all the time now.
Well, we got the Corzine Forrester ads. They made Good Morning America, so this is a national story that we were on very early, but now everyone else is jumping on. And they did a little story on how ugly the campaign was and the political ads. Let's listen to this audio here.
There's one race in particular, the race for governor of New Jersey, that experts are saying is one of the nastiest races they've ever seen. Families have been dragged into politics before, but this one is really over the top. And ABC's Dan Harris is at a polling place in Fort Lee, New Jersey.
It's over the top, but mark my word, this is going to be the norm now.
Yeah.
All the way up to the president. The next election, you watch how ugly it gets.
It's gotten dirty as far as the presidency goes.
But I think this is going to just take this whole political ad thing to a whole new level.
Yep.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
No holds barred. No holds barred.
This morning, Dan.
Charlie, good morning. Voters here putting an end to what has been a notably nasty campaign. The governor's race here has the dubious distinction of featuring what may be the most high-profile use ever, at least in a modern campaign, of a candidate's ex-wife as a political weapon.
New Jersey's governor's race featured raucous debates.
Fact is, your lawyer said if you throw money on the table, you can...
And rumors of extramarital affairs. But it may be remembered for this ad from the campaign of Republican Doug Forrester. It features a quote from Democrat John Corzine's ex-wife. who said Corzine had let his family down, and he'll probably let New Jersey down, too.
It speaks more about his character than it does mine. It brings together a number of different things having to do with an inclination to abandon political principles.
This is unusual in the extreme, and it's about as nasty as a campaign gets.
Without a doubt.
Wow, an ex-wife saying something bad about her ex-husband?
Yeah.
They're going to use that?
I know.
And
who's going to believe it?
Yeah, and the judge just put into prison for 40 years, got out, and he's going to say something good about, of course his ex-wife's going to trash him, you fucking idiots.
He let his family down. He'll let New Jersey down. Oh.
And now we got role of wives in politics. Another clip here.
Mm-hmm.
In 2000, the ex-wife of Maryland Congressman Albert Wynn recorded a phone message for a rival campaign saying the congressman does not respect black women. He left me for a white woman. And in 2004, the ex-wife of Texas Congressman Charlie Gonzalez tried and failed to get on the ballot against him. While the involvement of ex-wives is rare, political spouses have long played a prominent role in the campaign dynamic. Senator Ted Kennedy insisted on having his wife by his side during his 1980 presidential run, despite severe marital trouble. The couple later divorced. More recently, Hillary Clinton and Teresa Heinz Kerry were said by some to be political liabilities. By contrast, Laura Bush is considered an asset, as was Jacqueline Kennedy.
Voters tend to assess candidates in the full picture. In other words, it's not just their stance on the issues, but it's the full package.
Back here in New Jersey, if those ads featuring Corzine's ex-wife helped Doug Forrester pull a come-from-behind victory, one political analyst is predicting next campaign season we may well see more ads featuring ex-wives.
Oh, there you go. I told you. This is going to set a new precedent.
Ex-wives.
Oh, ex-wives getting involved. How great is that?
Oh, cock size comes in, everything. It's just...
both these guys, I got to tell you.
Small little dick.
Both these guys did their job. I know the names of the candidates for the governor's race of New Jersey.
Yep, certainly do.
I usually don't really pay that close attention.
Yeah, it's been a dirty battle, but when it's over, they'll shake hands. Mm-hmm. One will give a concession speech and talk about how great the other guy is, and we need to give our support to him.
Yeah, let's get that audio for tomorrow.
Of course.
That's going to be great audio for tomorrow's show.
Where they're all huggy-kissy.
I guess if you have a hot chick on your side, too, that helps. I mean, Jackie Onassis or Kennedy was a hot chick back then.
I don't know if that helps, man.
You don't think so?
You got to get the women's vote, too.
Yeah, if you have a hot chick, the women are going to think you're just in it for the hot chick.
Yeah, see, rich women out there have brains. And
you need, like, Bush's wife.
And they don't look at that.
She's the perfect wife. She's not, like, dog ugly.
She's like librarian hot.
Librarian, motherly kind of thing. That's what you need.
Do you think she was hot back in the high school or college?
Yeah.
She looked good. I bet she looked good back in those days.
She didn't look bad. Yeah. She didn't look too bad.
All right.
Not like that Barbara Bush. She looked horrid. Like, even in her 20s, she looked like she was 80 years old. And George Sr. was like a pilot, World War II pilot.
What was he thinking?
I don't know. He could have gotten some of that good trim back then. And
I thought she looked good on the oatmeal box.
Jesus, Rich, I need your fucking...
Oatmeal?
What? They're little jokes you throw in a discussion.
Well, it would be nice
politics.
if you pronounced oatmeal, right?
What did I say?
Oatmeal.
Something like oatmeal or oatmeal.
Oatmeal.
Oatmeal. By the way, I want to pat myself on the back today.
Oh.
Guess who was the last person across the line at the New York City Marathon?
Uh-oh.
Zoe. Do we have audio of Zoe?
Are you shitting me?
I told you.
Of course.
And a few of these news stations actually reported as, you know, a brave woman and a brave story.
That's what we were saying.
And she's, even though she was the last to cross the line, she's still a winner.
Last but first in our hearts, it's shut up.
I'm on to this Zoe chick.
The Zoe scam.
And I don't like her. I know she has MS, and that's a horrific thing to wish on anyone, but I don't like the fact that she's taking advantage of that.
Last ever. There's no one more pathetic than her.
If you come in last at the New York City Marathon every year, which she does.
Yeah.
Like, someone get the stats out. She's done it this year. She did it last year, and I believe she did it the year before. So the last 3 easily, and it probably goes back further. You want to come in last because you want the attention.
Yeah.
And you're also sitting there because she does it with crutches and stuff. I know this is not a popular view to take on a show, but it really, really bothers me. There's her picture right there. She doesn't even dress for the race.
What was she being?
Dude, she's got an old lady like
one of those pantsuits.
Yeah, she's got a pantsuit on like she's going to a Broadway matinee. At least dress the fucking part.
Don't they have special, like...
She's got a blouse on. She's got, like, a pantsuit on. And she's purposely trying to come in last every year. That means she sees other people that she's actually better than, that she slows down and lets pass her. So she gets all the media attention at the end of the race.
Where's the story?
She finished yesterday around 11 o'clock noon, somewhere around there. I think. No, I think 8 in the morning. Sorry, 8 in the morning. So almost 24 hours later.
How do you spell her stupid name?
Zoe Koplowitz.
How do you spell her stupid first name?
I got it. Oh, Zoe is Z-O-E.
Oh.
Zoe Koplowitz. Koplowitz. Koplowitz.
Does she have like a Nike swoosh on her crutches?
And I'm sitting there yelling at my TV last night like, you're not paying attention to the news people, because she does this every year and they're reporting it like she's a brave woman. Although she came in last, she's a winner in all of our eyes. I'm like, she did that last year. She did it the year. She's an attention-seeking
She's trying
whore.
to be last. Like, there's going to be a battle of last places at some point.
Yeah.
Where somebody's going to come along and try to be more last than she is.
Someone with, like, no legs or something.
Yeah, and they're just both going to be standing there at the finish line, just going, you.
Just
you go.
rolling.
Yeah, getting their peeps to, like, push the other person over the line.
Push them. Someone's kicking your body.
Grab Zoe and bodily throw her over the line so you can be last.
You know, South Park or Family Guy, those cartoons have it in them. They should do a piece.
Definitely.
I'm going to write them personally. They should do a piece where they do a whole thing about a marathon and the last place finish, and it's all these runners, if you want to call them runners, participants that have all these horrific things wrong with them, and they're battling it out to be the last one to cross the line so they get the media attention.
It's like the stand-up comedy. Like, you always get, like, somebody with MS or something, and it's so hard to sit in the audience and just watch this person drooling and stuttering through, you know.
Well, the MS comic. We talked to him on the air at WNEW.
You know, it's funny and how politically correct. Like, he did a college showcase, the MS comic, and he killed at the showcase. You know, all the kids loved him. But no one hired him because they don't, you know, hey, we'll be nice at the big showcase, but we're not going to have you fucking drooling and shit in our stage, you know what I mean?
It is a little rough.
It's tough for a guy like that. Getting comedy.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here's Zoe. Finished last for 18 years?
No way.
She's been doing this for 18 years?
No way.
And the news is reporting it like, look at this brave fucking woman?
No way. 18 years?
Travis, where do you get your info?
It's on Google.
18 years she's come in last at the New York City Marathon.
Yeah, there was
and every year the news makes believe that they don't know who this person is.
There was a story from 2003 that said she finished for the 16th year in a row. Just add 2 years.
Wow.
Can't be that tough of a disease if she's still kicking
I'm
around.
mad at myself that I didn't record all the news programs, because one after another. There was one that said that she's done, you know, she's known for coming in last, but then the other ones were reporting this like, wow, look at this brave participant, the last one to cross the finish line. Jesus. If you're doing it for 18 years, wow. It's not special. You're purposely trying to do this.
Yeah.
You want to be known as the person that came in last every year. Where's the story? I was just about to read it, and you changed the page on me there.
Different story.
No, I know. Just give me that other one. Is that the latest story you had?
No, that was from 2003, but that's it.
No, the one you had up there.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, boy.
I remember one year I did the AIDS walk, and I took 3rd place.
Congrats.
All right, Zoe, Anthony, regarded as the slowest marathoner in the world. She's not a marathoner. Revered for her courage and determination. I know this is not a popular view.
Yeah,
I understand that. And you can send your hate mail. I get it every day. It's okay.
Yeah.
But this shit is what really bothers me in this world. Because there's other people out there that deserve the attention more than she does, without a doubt. Zoe returns to Staten Island to start her 9th New York City Marathon. So if this is her ninth, how did she do this for 18 years in a row?
This is an old article.
New York City?
Huh?
This is an old article. That's what I was saying.
Oh my God, Eric. But do the math. As the MS Society's National Conference in the fall of 2000, right? So this article was written in at least 2000, maybe 2001, right?
Yeah, and
so
this one from 2003 says her 16th.
Yeah, but go back. This is saying she's going for her 9th New York City Marathon. But if they're using the date 2000 in the article, how old could the article be? And then if you do the math, how could it possibly add up?
Two different articles saying two different
comment.
things.
All right. That's a good answer. Two different articles saying two different things.
So we'll find out.
All right, we'll figure it out. But this article says, at the MS Society's National Conference in the fall of 2000, Zoe Koplowitz of New York City was named MS Athlete of the Year. But she was not present to accept her award. She was preparing to run her 8th consecutive New York City Marathon. She was preparing to run her 8th consecutive New York City Marathon. How do you prepare for this?
I don't know.
Put sneakers on your crutches.
Zoe Koplowitz has MS, which is, horrific. She has been living with balance impairment, fatigue, and spasticity for the past 22 years. She uses 2 crutches. She is famous as the world's slowest woman runner. She's not a runner. She's a walker. It takes her more than 24 grueling hours to complete the 26.2-mile race. Why she does it is as much of a story as how she manages. 14 years elapsed between her diagnosis and her first attempt at the main event in long-distance running. MS had not defeated her in those years. She continued to be independent and self-supporting. In fact, she founded her own business, Smart Moves Trucking. But in 1987, she was 60 pounds overweight, and getting about was increasingly difficult. Her turning point came when she choked on a vitamin C pill.
Oh, Jesus. Opie.
You can act like a man!
That's horrid.
Well, she's putting herself out there for this kind of crap.
She's a big woman, so how the hell is she getting all the rest of the food down? Her business partner saved her life using the Heimlich maneuver, but her outrage that an innocent pill might have killed her fueled a crucial re-examination of her life. Oh, and then I just, where is it? Oh, boy. We just lost it. Oh, here's the latest one?
Well, that's where I got mine.
All right, now Travis is giving me the 2003 article.
Travis?
All right, let me continue with this. I wanted back what I had surrendered to this disease, she told Mike, who featured her story in his book, Courage, The True Stories of American Sports Heroes. She's a courageous woman, but she's not a sports hero. I decided I needed to do the most outrageous thing that I could imagine, she said. World-class runners from all over the globe come to New York for the marathon, but most of the 26,000 runners are crazy New Yorkers who delight in this special test of strength and determination. Zoe Koplowitz wanted to be one of them. She found expert coaching and friendly support at the Achilles Track Club, a remarkable organization for runners with disabilities. I didn't set out to be famous, Zoe said. At the beginning, it was about my own discipline, showing up for the training every day. When she completed her first marathon, she and her lone Achilles Track Club companion crossed a deserted finish line. But her achievement was noted in a small news item which caught the eye of the MS Society. The very first MS walk was then being organized, and Zoe agreed as official walk ambassador. Every year since, she has been a linchpin of the MS Walk, which is a very cool thing, obviously.
Yes.
In the spring, and an increasingly famous participant in the New York City Marathon in the fall. Zoe said recently, over the years, I've become a symbol of endurance for people. I get letters all year long. I carry them with me when I run. What I do is a metaphor for life, just like the marathon itself. It means you can get somewhere by putting one foot after another.
There you go.
She's a very courageous woman today, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And because that story was on a blue background, I'm now blind. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you to that website.
She didn't carry all those notes weighing her down. She might have came in at like 23 hours.
Oh.
Carries the notes with her.
The letters.
The letters. Notes.
All right. Well, congratulations to Zoe. She did it again. I don't know how she did it.
Courage,
I guess.
Courage.
We're looking behind her and going, oh, that guy is worse than me. I better slow down.
Slow up a little.
I better sit down for a while and let that guy pass.
Right.
And that's where I think it's not that fair, really, if you think about it.
Really?
You have to know you're in last place. Shouldn't it just happen?
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I'm last?
Last again?
All right, we should take our first break, Anthony.
Right.
We got lots more to do today on the old program. Rich Voss sitting in today. What are you promoting, Rich?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I don't know. What do you want? San Francisco next week? I don't know.
We're a national show. If you're going to be in San Francisco,
yeah, it's a Punchline next week in San Francisco.
All right, very good. Nice club.
Oh, it's great.
I've been there a couple times. I like the job they do over there.
I like San Francisco's a cool town.
It's a very interesting city.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Right?
You don't see that. It's all in a section.
You don't see it.
You don't see it. I'm telling you. When I went to San Francisco for the first time, I was like, what?
No.
A little nervous. But you walk around, you don't see that shit. It's all in one area.
Hey, listen, I went on my first honeymoon there with Tom, and first of all, it's the restaurants are great. It's a beautiful city. Just because there's gay people, there's in New York.
I'd say it's bad.
No, I think it's one of the coolest cities.
No, it gets a bad rap is what I'm saying, because, ever since we were little fellas here, you heard San Francisco gay, so you think the first time you go there, you're going to see it all over the place. It's not. You don't see that at all.
We went camping when we were kids. We didn't know to Cape Cod, and we went to Provincetown. We didn't know. That is gay. Let me tell you, you go fishing there, all you can get is like blowfish. I mean, it's gay. What?
Definitely needs the rim shot.
No, but I'm telling you, we didn't know.
You just did a blowfish joke?
It came out, but I got some... What? Just come. I can't help it. It's a good reference. At a fucking gay town, you're fishing and it's fucking blowfish. What do you want?
Fish. Because it's gay.
Very good. Can we try to interview Zoe on her remarkable... she does Got Milk ads and everything. Look at that.
Oh, my God.
She's doing Got Milk ads. Wow. See, she found
endorsements.
I give her a little respect. She found a little niche for herself. She goes, hey, I could make a name for myself coming in last every year. But the point I'm making, because I'm going to get killed after the show today, she's purposely doing this.
Yeah.
So why is that an accomplishment if she's going out of her way to make sure she's in last? She's not coming in last because she's the worst participant in the marathon.
Well, but now I respect her because she's doing ads and she's capitalizing, trying to make money.
Yeah.
And how else? So this way, it's a scam, but at least she's making some cash. If she's making money off of it, then if she's just doing it to be last and get the... Who gives a shit, But if she's going to make cash off it, right?
All right. Well, when we get back, we got to talk about the fake fireman. They're still trying to find him.
Trying to find him still?
And those fine cheerleaders in, North Carolina? Carolina Panthers, I mean, yeah. We'll talk about that and the latest on that as well. So get us out of here for a little while, Derek.
Anthony Famous. Get infected.
We got the Hanson brothers coming in today?
No, the Hanson brothers are the hockey players.
Hanson triplets.
This is Hanson.
Yeah. Band. We're talking about the bop guys.
Which I'm sure they love being referred to as.
All right, look, there's three of them, there's three of us. I got dibs on Taylor. You guys fight over Zach and Isaac.
Holy crap, what are we going to talk to these guys about?
Didn't Jay Moore want to have sex with little Zach?
Yeah.
He used to talk about...
Was it Zach?
The drummer.
Yeah,
little drummer.
No one ever wanted Isaac.
Actually, Isaac, as I recall on the show a couple of times, somebody may have called him the Frankenhansen.
Well, I might have to remind Isaac
as the
who that person
older
was when he comes in here.
Who was it?
I'm looking at him right now. He's
Jimmy.
He's the person that is turning into a creep in front of our eyes.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Bop, Willie. Well, it's just you had Lil Zach on the drums. And cute Taylor singing. And then Isaac was like the older one already. And he would play guitar, and it just kind of didn't fit. He was just like, Grandpa, get me the guitar. Bop, bop, bop. Taylor, get down from that tree immediately. Grandpa, we're doing bop again.
Are you trying to say he had kind of a square face?
Well, it was sort of, if any of the three Hanson boys had to be Franken-Hanson, I think it would have been Isaac. Will we play bop again tonight? No. I won't. Dust comes out of the stage. His big oversized shoes, boots, whatever the hell he wore. Yeah. He would tune up his guitar and then also turn the bolts on his neck.
Just about ready for this. Everybody rock. Everybody rock.
How cool is that? Drew Boogie. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Thanks, Drew.
Gotta love the Drewster.
Does a few remixes for the radio program. Let's say hi to Paul on Long Island. He has MS.
Ow.
Paul, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, hey, I have MS for 14 years.
How many years?
14.
Sorry to hear that.
No, it's no problem. I still lift weights. I go to the gym 3 times a week, and most people with it are like me. It's a relaxing, remitting form where you get a little flare up and it goes away. So this fucking Zoe, she's the worst of the worst. So I just want to say, just fucking most people like me where you don't even know you have it.
Huh. How about that?
But you know what the fuck the thing is? It just comes out of nowhere. Fucking boom, you get dizzy spells.
Man, you're, I don't know. Maybe your throat has MS or you got a bad phone. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something's going on with the phone. Maybe get a better connection and give us a call back. All right, Paul?
All right.
Your phone really stinks. You'll notice that on the replay. All right. A bunch of other things to get to today. They did a MiFi story on Fox 5 here in New York?
Yes.
I wanted to see what this is about really fast. XM just kicking ass as far as satellite radio goes.
Oh, yeah.
The Delphi XM MiFi, is that what it's called?
MiFi, it is. It does XM satellite radio on the go. So we've had home, we've had car. Now you can actually bring it with you. So it's actually picking up those satellite signals. It also has storage for up to 5 hours of either talk or music on board. So, of course, inside Grand Central, you're not getting a signal.
Exactly. So it's kind of like an iPod thing or something that records for you, but
exactly.
But you got your own music.
Right. And a little bigger because of the antenna built in, of course.
Definitely.
Wow, that guy had no idea.
No,
absolutely none.
Thanks for the push.
That's a guy on Fox here in New York that does the weather.
Yeah.
And they give him some other things to do every once in a while, and you would think he would do his research.
Something.
He has no idea. The MiFi's been out for over a year now.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying the MiFi for well over a year. Sort of like an iPod thing. Well, not really.
It's live satellite.
It's live satellite, right? Exactly. You can record stuff if you're in an environment where you don't get the live signal. But there you go. My throat is killing me.
Is it? What do you need?
I just want to throw this on the table today. I'm getting my yearly strep goddamn throat.
penicillin. It's just...
Well, what I get every year is that, what is it, the
bird flu?
Huh?
Bird flu.
Oh, speaking of the bird flu, I got a great story about the bird flu we'll get to in a second. But, get this damn strep throat every fucking year. And they got this Uber penicillin, I think it starts with a Z, 5 or 6 pills, and done. Done. I got to get to my doctor immediately and get those pills. Immediately. If I don't, it's like a 2-week hell.
Yeah, they're the best. Whenever I had a root canal, because the first time I had a root...
Do you know what penicillin I'm talking about? It's like all you do is take 5 or 6 pills. Yeah, like you take 2 the first day and then 1. Yeah, there you go. And then you're done.
It's the best. I had it once. I had a root canal, and then without the penicillin, it got infected and my whole face swelled up.
Yeah.
So, and they had to cut my gut and squeeze the pus out with a plier. I'm not bullshitting.
Jeez.
I had to do a TV show that day, like Friday Night Video, and my face looked like a fucking grapefruit.
Yeah.
And I go into the doctor's office, and they're pliers, and they're pressing against where the root canal was, and pus is pouring out.
Ugh.
So from then on in, whenever I had a root canal, I took the penicillin, no, whether or not, and nothing came back. It's like,
how many root canals have you had?
I got to have $4,000 worth of more work done on my teeth in 2 weeks.
Why the bad teeth, Rich?
I had a crack.
I had a lot of cavities. That was my thing. I still haven't had a root canal or anything else.
I don't know, my teeth, I guess, like, if you see pictures, like, in the front teeth, it just got cavities in the middle. I was unlucky, and I got cavity in the middle. So then you got to get it filed in a root canal. I've had so many root canals.
Well, why the bad teeth, you think? Just born with it, or?
I don't, Did you
brush your teeth growing up? Did you floss?
Yeah. I wasn't really big on flossing, I don't think.
Flossing's huge.
Yeah, that's the big thing now. But now I have, like, a bridge right here with 3 teeth or 4 teeth.
Yeah.
And it's connected, like, well, anyhow, the last tooth under the cap or bridge rotted, so now these 3 are loose.
Oh my God!
So I just had to. Now they got to do a whole new bridge with 5 teeth. It's like $4,000, you know. And and what gets me is the teeth are kind of big and their caps.
Yeah,
you would think that I would have them filed or then hey, please don't put fucking big teeth in my mouth this time. You know,
they don't look that big anymore
because I had them filed down after the abuse. I was walking around like piano face.
You had ridiculously big fake teeth. And as a dentist, you would think they'd have that figured out by now. It's not that difficult. I understand they're still trying to figure out the plastic surgery and crap like that, but when it comes to giving you nice teeth, I don't understand why. You see this all the time when you're walking around, people that have the fake teeth in front, like, they're fucking huge.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. My dentist, I mean, he does whatever. I don't know. I was in his office last week, and he's fucking pressing, and I'm looking up, and there's nothing worse than seeing, like, snot in your dentist. Just clean your face,
Inbred wants in. Inbred!
Yo, Opie, why the hell are you asking a former drug addict why he's got bad teeth?
Well, do you think all drugs rot your teeth? Is that
what does, right?
Does cocaine rot your teeth or something?
I don't know. I don't know
if crack does, or you just don't take care of them.
So this guy called.
I think because you're smoking all that crack back in the day, the last thing you're worrying about is flossing. So I think the guy makes a good point. All right, thanks, Inbred.
Yeah, punching up.
All right, Joe, what's up? Very good.
Hello.
That was Joe Shareholder. He's still trying to get airtime. I think probably because we said that XM is kicking ass.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the numbers. We're kicking ass.
He's going to debunk us.
How is he going to debunk us?
Yeah.
Stock's a little down, but that will come back. We still have a massive lead on the little doggy company. The Howard factor is having an effect, but not as big of an effect as they thought.
Oh, it's big suspension.
And, Howard got suspended, and we're all like, we don't know what to do in the radio world. It's just an amazing, amazing story today.
Stunt.
Obviously, he had the day off, and they're both taking advantage of it. You don't have to be in radio as long as we have to know that. And these stupid news crews
pick right up on it.
That's why, it came up yesterday about the assault on the media thing, and, where's the line and stuff. There is no line. These stations that we watch all morning long, they're a bunch of whores. I get more and more fed up every day. They're all reporting on the Howard suspension today.
Like it's news.
Just do a little research and talk to just a couple experts in the business, and they'll tell you it's just a stunt.
Yeah.
It's just a stunt to get everyone talking. See, we're talking about it. You know, it's brilliant as far as that goes, but it's not a real suspension.
They have no news. They exploit whatever they can.
No, they got news, but these guys are lazy. They don't do their just basic research. We just had a story on the MiFi. The guy had no clue. You would think if you're doing a story on the MiFi that the night before maybe you would read up on it a little bit.
Do a little research.
And just get the basic facts out there. That guy had no clue. He was just winging it. And they do that all the time.
Does that happen when you guys get interviewed? The worst fucking
Well, that's
questions?
where it started. That's where it started with me. Like, I was clueless. You know, I was one of these guys when I was brought up on Long Island, you know, whatever I read, heard, or watched, I took as the truth. I'll admit that. I'm embarrassed to say that.
Yeah.
And then over the years, that kind of just eroded. And then when Anthony and I started getting interviewed, and then when we got in trouble, we got in trouble a lot in radio. And the facts that came out that were so wrong, just the basic stuff. Like when we fucked up with the Sex for Sam thing, they reported that we were a morning show. It's like that's like the basic thing.
Yeah.
Figure out what time they're on. Figure out what time they did this stunt. But, I mean, you're talking CNN, Fox News. They all reported the facts wrong. And they've done that in our careers for so many years that I finally had. And like, look, it's time to exploit the hell out of them, you know? When we were off the air, Ed and I discussed this on the phone. One of the things we want to do with this new show is to exploit how ridiculous the news is. You know? Speaking of which, I got a great little story about the bird flu. Bird flu is all the rage.
Nice.
Where's that?
Rolling Stone.
Holy shit, that's very cool. See, you know, you got to be fair. We bitch and complain when XM doesn't do the right thing. But Ben just walked in with the latest issue of Rolling Stone magazine with Billy Joe from Green Day on the cover. And you open up to page 99. There's a huge Opie and Anthony ad. Laugh Until It Hurts, Opie and Anthony, only on XM radio. And then it has our cartoon figures that are, you know,
soon to be gone.
I'm hoping because it's overplayed a little bit, but still getting the job done.
We're doing a photo shoot,
and now America's best-selling satellite radio is only $49.99. Wow, that's the Roadie 2, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah,
that's a great little ad. That's a nice ad right there.
You're doing a photo shoot?
Yeah, next
Monday.
Monday we have to.
Oh, shopping Monday.
Yeah, they insulted us by saying Monday we go shopping for clothes for you guys. And then Tuesday we do the photo shoot.
Before I was a comic, like I read this thing, me and my friend, you could be a model. You didn't know it was a scam. And we came in for like a portfolio.
Yeah.
You know, I'm 5'5", you know, rotten teeth. And, you know, it's a scam to get people in. And they had me, there was one shot where I was laying on the ground on a fur rug with a leather coat open, with no shirt and a leather coat. Like, I'm some fucking stud. I look like I just got gang raped. It was the biggest scam. And we had this portfolio, and we go, now what do we do with it?
Yeah.
And they just sucker you in.
Do you have those pictures?
Oh, you
gotta find those pictures.
I would love, let me tell you, it looked like a little, laying on the fur rug, my long, curly, rotten hair, greasy. The rug was probably greasy when I got up.
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of the bird flu is all the rage. And Fox 5 here in New York, they teased this bird flu thing all night long on their newscast and finally told you what the big deal was. But basically, what do they say? There's a popular hot dog topping that could help combat the bird flu.
Mustard?
There's only 3 choices.
Relish?
Oh, 4 choices, okay.
Ketchup?
But they're teasing this, like something you put on a hot dog could help you against the bird flu.
All right.
How ridiculous is this thing? So here's the news. This is they felt this was such an important story, they teased it all night long.
And hot dogs aren't exactly health food, but could one popular topping actually help fight the bird flu?
And then later on in the newscast.
Plus, hot dog. Could a popular topping be the secret weapon in the battle against the bird flu?
Pussy walls.
No, that's a hot dog and a pussy joke. Wow. Sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut.
That's it.
But why?
Why?
Well, you may think that sauerkraut is just good for hot dogs, but it might be good for fighting the flu, maybe even the bird flu.
There are reports out of Korea about chickens infected with the avian flu that got better after eating the dish kimchi. It's somewhat similar to sauerkraut. Even Men's Health magazine says sauerkraut is essential to surviving a flu pandemic.
Essential?
Why is it essential? Let's get a doctor on the phone.
No info there at all on why sauerkraut would help against the flu.
But they thought it was important to tease it all night long on Fox.
Why do all these diseases start in China or Asia? It's always from over. They got to be the sickest.
The latest case is in Vietnam, the bird flu. It still hasn't gone from person to person yet. It's just from birds to people.
Right. What I say is this: we made it through the AIDS epidemic. We'll be fine. Don't worry about the bird flu.
What do you mean we made it through? It's still going on.
Yeah, but it was a big disappointment in the end. To who? When they started talking, I'm being dead serious. When they started talking about about AIDS, they were talking about the end of the world. They're talking about a disease that you get from effing.
Yeah.
And we survived.
But it's still growing, so we didn't...
I don't know. We got it under control.
Yeah.
We kind of got it under control.
It's growing in, like, Africa.
It's a horrific disease, and yes, in the poorer countries, it's still completely out of control. But we got some we got these AIDS cocktails and stuff, and then look at Magic Johnson.
Yeah, he's been going forever, but is there, like... I don't know. I don't read up on that.
All I'm saying is, if we got through the AIDS thing, because we've been at it, for over 20 years, the AIDS thing, right? And it never became the thing they said it was going to be, where it was going to just wipe out, entire civilizations, basically.
Yeah.
It's a horrific disease, and a lot of people getting it and suffering from it, but it wasn't the big thing they said it was going to be. Well, especially because, you get it from having sex.
Well, also, no, you get it from also drug.
Well, yeah, exactly.
But, if they say it's blood, right, you got it. And they say, like, these doctors get pricked or something and they get it or what. But then can't you get it from tattoos?
Yeah. How about this? There was a time they thought the mosquitoes were helping out the AIDS thing. They said, they were transporting the AIDS virus from human to human.
It all started.
All that scared crap that we had to deal with. And now we got the bird thing to worry about. And
that's all I eat is chicken and turkey. I don't
really.
Red. Well, it doesn't matter.
I think if you eat it, you're fine.
Yeah, I don't think you get it from.
I think you get it from eating it.
I don't think you get it from a cooked chicken.
Well, how else would you get it? Not from a cooker.
I don't even know how you get it.
I have no idea. Chicken sneezes on you. Fucking a chicken.
Fucking.
Let's say hi to Matt in Ohio. He's going to tell us how the sauerkraut helps the bird flu. Yes, Matt.
Yeah, real quick. It's the malic acid derivative that's in sauerkraut. It disallows the virus from replicating. It actually disrupts the way the T cell binds.
Really?
Wow. Yeah, well, that's what they say. It's Japanese science, and Japanese science is third world science. So
I was going to say, I think a lot of this science stuff is mumbo-jumbo.
I'm a college professor, so I deal with it all the time.
I have a feeling I'm coming down with just the regular flu right now. Should I run out and eat a pound of sauerkraut, and will I be fine?
I'll tell you what, the thing to try is try that Airborne. It's worked for me really well. It's just it's an herbal cocktail, and I know you're into that sort of thing. So
no, I mean I'll do whatever it takes to get rid of this stupid thing.
Anyways, punching out.
All right, thank you.
They say sauerkraut. What if just something stupid that will cure AIDS? They're putting or a disease. Sauerkraut.
Yeah.
Something they're putting billions of. You just eat like fluffernutter and mayonnaise or something.
And that does it.
Just something
trial and error.
Something that's going to be.
I'm sure in labs all over America they're trying all sorts of combinations for.
They might have
all these diseases.
Drug companies make so much fucking money. Have you ever gotten a prescription without insurance?
No. It's a lot of money.
Well, no, I have insurance. Even with the insurance, you get
something else we don't know.
No, I'm just saying it's just, I'm bringing up some subjects about, health.
Damien from his big rig, I guess. Damien the trucker, what's up?
Damien.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, I got the answer to why you guys, the sauerkraut kimchi works. In the process of making it into kraut and kimchi, they use vinegar, but also there's a bacteria that's developed that stays into it, and it attacks the virus.
So what are we supposed to do?
Well, you can eat, I heard the one guy saying, am I going to eat a pound of sauerkraut? Dude, you can have a real sore stomach and you're going to get the shits. You don't have to eat that much of it. You eat a little bit of sauerkraut, or you eat spicier foods, stuff with vinegar in it, like Italian salad dressing. Just eat better. Get a lot of fluids, eat stuff that's easy for your stomach to break down. Everybody's going to get the flu, but this bird flu they got going around, the virus hasn't even mutated to where humans can carry it, so it's not going to bother us.
Well, unfortunately, every 100 years or so, like the planet decides to help itself out. Yeah,
shakes off like a wet dog.
Yeah, it wants to shake some people off its surface. So I think we're heading toward one of those times again.
That guy was too smart to be a truck driver. He did something like 10 years ago where he got, he just ruined his life and he had to become a truck driver because he's too smart to know all that shit.
Shane from Rockland.
Make money.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, Shane.
All right, the only way that you can possibly contract this bird flu fucking thing is you need mass amounts of bird shit, and it has to dry up, and when it dries up, you have to breathe in the dust like dander from a cat or something. That's the only way to contract it.
And what, you breathe in the dried up bird shit?
Yeah, that's the only way to get it.
Yeah, but what's bird shit used for? Fertilizer?
Bird shit isn't actually used for anything. Only livestock shit would be used for fertilizer.
Oh, yeah?
All right.
And, by the way, Rich.
Oh, here we go.
I saw you down in Seaside Heights at that Portobello mushroom fucking place above the Aztec.
Oh, that was like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Listen, dude, you were really funny. Once I had 5 shots and my girlfriend hit me in the head with a brick.
Jesus.
Oh, I actually got something off that one. Okay, good. No, dude, you were great that night. You killed.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, a lot of people like to make fun of Rich's stand-up, but the fact is he does great.
Little Vienna sausage fingers.
All right, thank you. A bunch of people bringing up some interesting an interesting connection between the bird flu and Rich Voss. Yes, Pete.
Hey, Rich, you're doing okay this morning. I know how important it is for you to know that.
Thank you.
You're doing mediocre. Anyway.
Say it again. Wait, mediocre?
He said okay, mediocre. Rich. Just shut up.
All right, thank you.
Let me get on with my point.
Except okay.
Didn't the trunk of your rolls have, like, the cure for the world then?
Oh, yeah. It had the sauerkraut in the rolls. He had a big thing. Yeah. And is that it? I mean... Don't you have something to follow that?
No, they're just bringing up the fact that they remember you talking about the Rolls Royce that you almost bought and the sauerkraut was in the
That was to cover the mildew smell and the bird shit in the back.
Yeah. And the bird flu cure right there in your car.
God, that Rolls looks so good online.
Let's go to Dan in Canada.
Hello.
Hey, Dan, what's up?
Oh, that guy just stole my thunder. I was going to say, you figured out what was wrong with Rich Voss's Rolls there. It had the bird flu. That's why it stalled on the test drive.
All right. Thank you, Dan.
See that?
All right. KFC orders bird flu plan, Anthony. Concerned that a possible avian flu outbreak might leave Americans too chicken-hearted to eat poultry. Kentucky Fried Chicken is reportedly developing a campaign to assure them it's finger-licking safe.
How are they doing that?
KFC's parent company, Yum Brands, has been putting together a contingency plan, including consumer education and TV ads. EdAge.com reported yesterday. One poultry marketer, Purdue Farms, has posted information on its website about avian influenza, promising customers we carefully monitor the health of every flock. Are people stopping?
They will.
And Thanksgiving coming up, you think a lot of people are going to bail on the old turkey?
People, you'll see it on the news. People afraid of avian flu not buying turkeys this year.
We're going for steaks.
What are you going to do? Ham?
We're going for really good steaks this year and turkey burgers. Yeah. Just because we want to do something different.
Something a little different?
Yeah, we were sitting around at my nephew's christening there over the weekend, and we're deciding where to have Thanksgiving this year. And all of a sudden, my brother Quinn goes, hey, I got a good idea. I'll have it at my house, and let's just get steaks. Why do we have to eat turkey? Then my brother has to pipe in that,
traditional.
Yeah, but then my brother makes a good point. Every year the turkey's dry. It doesn't matter who cooks it and how you cook it. It's always a big letdown, the old turkey every Thanksgiving. So my brother's like, why don't we just get really, really good steaks and barbecue, and then for the traditional people that are coming, just get a few turkey burgers laying around, or maybe one of those little turkey breasts.
Yeah, I like taking the turkey carcass and then you make like the soup out of it. That's,
Who does that?
I do. I make a fucking good turkey soup, man. That's the only thing. You don't do it? You don't take the turkey? Whatever.
How much time?
I don't even do that.
You sit around with a turkey?
Kind of like Grandma's house. People cook and then I leave, no food.
You sit around and with a big pot and let it boil all day?
Yeah, you throw some celery and onions and you
God. Boring.
Well, what else are you going to do?
Huh?
The day after Thanksgiving, whatever, go to the fucking mall, I don't know. I just like to...
Meanwhile, worried officials of third world countries yesterday called for improved access to bird flu vaccines and drugs, even as the World Bank estimated that a pandemic lasting a year could cost up to $800 billion, Anthony.
Wow.
India, Laos, Cambodia, and other Asian nations, backed by South Africa and other developing countries, are among those seeking help in combating the spread of the virus. World Health Organization Director General Lee Yong-wook said it was only a matter of time before an avian flu virus becomes humanly transmittable. Then no society will be exempt, he said.
Close the gates. Yep. No more air travel to Asian nations. That's it. Got to draw the line in the sand.
I think it's a lot of hype.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it's like a great coming attraction, but I think the movie's going to blow. I think the movie's just going to blow. It has great special effects and stuff in the coming attraction, and they spliced it together nice, but I think in the end, it's going to be a big bust. Just like that Y2K thing. That was
nothing.
That was supposed to take down the entire world, remember?
Oh, God, I had like...
What did it do?
Nothing.
It did nothing. Exactly.
And we worked in Times Square that night. That was nothing. No one came into New York hardly that night. It just
absolutely nothing happened.
Well, and
then all the computer geeks claimed, well, it was because we took care of the situation.
Yeah.
We got on top of it and we took care of it. Shut up. Nothing was going to happen.
Master Poe from EverQuest 2.
Yeah.
Typical fucking Jew. He has to use the whole fucking turkey.
That's...
Deep fry that turkey. We tried that one year. It stinks. I hate the deep fried turkey thing. Adam in Tampa, what's up?
Good morning, fellas.
Good morning.
I just want to let you know, if you want to not try turkey, man, deep fry that bitch.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
It's unbelievable. It comes out juicy. It's great, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the way, I'm a Huntington boy down here in Tampa. You guys should broadcast down here. It's 85 and sunny.
Well, no one has gotten back to us. We want to, bail on New York for the month of January and go somewhere warm. And, no one has
I'm out. Bye.
No one has a plan yet. We're hoping that someone comes up with a plan as far as that goes. Bullman from his big rig as well. Bullman the trucker. What's up?
Hey, O&A on the road. 202.
202, buddy.
Nice.
That's right, man. Out here keeping us busy. Hey, listen, man, my granny's been pumping cabbage juice down my neck since I was a little baby.
Yuck. Cabbage juice.
I think she might have put it in her nipple or something and give it to us, some of that home goodness shit.
What is cabbage juice supposed to do?
Hey, that's the same thing that, sauerkraut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same stuff. It's pickled cabbage, and, that's what the juice and cabbage. And
is it one of those home remedies?
Oh, I guess. Yeah, that bee pollen and vinegar, man. That's all she pumped down her necks.
We only had one home remedy. Actually, my dad had a couple home remedies that were ridiculous. We played a lot of sports growing up in my family, so we get the old athlete's foot. And instead of going out and getting the Desinex, the easy cure for athlete's foot, you just throw it on and it's gone the next day, basically. But when you have 7 kids in your family, I guess you can't buy all the...
And for the sugar and margarine on your feet?
So my dad swore that he would take a bath or a shower, what have you, and then at the end of the bath take some soap and just kind of, rub the soap in between your toes.
And that fixed it?
And leave it there.
For how long?
Which would make it so much worse and so much itchier. But he claims that cured athlete's foot.
Why don't you just put some installation in your sneakers?
Installation? It's insulation. Oh my God!
Insulation.
You can't be serious.
Wait, I got to keep track.
You have to just be goofing.
I got to keep track today.
Two mess ups on the words. But
installation instead of insulation. Insulation. And what was the other one at? The oatmeal one?
Yeah. Oatmeal.
Instead of oatmeal, he said oatmeal. Oatmeal. All right. And if there's any others, please let us know out there in Radio Land. Okay.
Athletes, how do you get, when you get like jock itch. That's the same as athlete's foot, basically. What is that?
Fungus.
Where does it come from?
I don't get the jock itch, thank God.
It's what's it from, sweating or something?
Yeah, you gotta keep clean down
Sweaty
there.
ball bag. Sweaty ball bag.
Keep your sack clean.
Well, of course you wash your sack when you're taking a shower. Everybody washes their sack.
See, I think if you get jock itch, you're just not really taking the shower seriously.
Well, then that's the same as if you get athlete's foot. It's the same thing.
Well, the problem with athlete's foot, and a lot of people will agree, we don't really pay attention to our feet in the shower. Every once in a while, you'll lift the one foot up and give it a quick scrub, but you're not really spending time on your feet in the shower, and you don't dry them properly because, quite frankly, it's a pain in the ass. Hence, the fungus is allowed to grow. It's a little moist down there, and you're not cleaning it well to begin with. But if you're not cleaning your business... Okay, and you're getting the jock itch, that you're really lazy in the shower.
But you could clean your balls, go to sleep or whatever, or just you're wearing underwear and it's hot and you're sweaty. Wouldn't that cause it? You know what I'm saying? Like if you're laying in bed and you're sweating at night,
You can lay in bed for a week.
It doesn't mean your balls are dirty if you get. I don't know.
Wash.
You just got to wash, and you won't get either one.
I'm just saying, this shit is itching the hell out of me.
You got it?
You got jock itch?
No, I don't know. It's just right...
Oh, no.
Right... Not like on my balls.
Yeah.
But like between like my balls and my leg.
Right where it meets?
Yeah, where it meets.
I know what you're doing.
It's what?
You're shaving, right?
My balls? No, I never shave down there.
Relax,
No.
dude.
The new
Guys
thing.
are shaving their balls. You make it sound like it's a crazy thing.
Well, they wouldn't shave their balls.
And here we go again, because, you shave your balls. Yes,
No.
I shave my fucking balls. And if we go to the phones, I think I'll find more people that shave than don't.
People say that's gay.
But you make it sound like it's all shocking.
Well, no, you wouldn't shave your ball. You would shave above your balls. You know, the hair patch you're talking about. You don't shave the balls.
No, people are shaving their balls.
Oh, yeah.
The balls?
Yeah.
Like the sack?
Yeah.
How can you can't, you mean you could cut, you can't shave it because it's not smooth.
Doesn't
You just
really cut. You just keep it, like clean down there. Yeah. Crazy Jim turned me onto that years ago at AAF.
Oh.
Probably shouldn't add that part.
I know, but
sounds like, here, let me help you out with that.
Let these fuckers think what they want. I don't give a
Straight
fuck.
razor, some cream. Let me cream you up.
This Crazy Jim, he was not shy about this stuff, and he said how great it was on our show one day, and I went, that's interesting. I'm going to try this.
Guys will say
and he
it's
was right.
gay, but the chicks will dig it.
What's the benefit out of it? Like, so it just doesn't...
The girls like it for some reason.
Even
It's
above,
such a mess.
do you do the patch above so you're like bald, like, after you
Shave
get
it like a flipper. but
honestly, this is where,
kind of...
because everyone has their line. Because I think Norton does this. When you're shaving above the thing, that is, like, uber gay. But to keep everything nice and then trim down the ball hair or take it off.
Do you keep it under control above?
Yeah, of course. But he's talking about just completely shaving it.
Yeah, I mean, after you get crabs, you got to shave it. One time I
couldn't tell you.
I lived with this girl, Stacy. When I lived with Stacy, I was going down on her, and I see this little thing crawling. I'm going, oh, this bitch got crabs. And I was living with her, so that means, you never had crabs.
Never.
Ever. Everybody's had crabs.
No, everyone hasn't had crabs.
No,
Rich.
I've never had crabs.
You never had crabs or scabies
in
or
the
anything?
room. Anyone crabs?
Nope.
No.
Crabs, anyone?
No?
No, man.
I never got them either, but a lot of people...
Sure.
How about...
if you're eating a girl with crabs, you got the crabs.
No, I saw one little crawling.
So you got them.
Oh, this was years ago when I was, like 21.
I got
22. Huh?
I got mice, but I don't have crabs.
Oh, mice.
And every once in a while a cockroach, but...
yeah, that's not you. How about, you ever have, like, gonorrhea or any of that shit?
Nope. Can't get anything past you today, huh, Rich?
Oh.
Never had an STD.
Really?
Nope.
Good for you.
Same here.
Okay.
Why are you looking at us like you're in
animals.
shock? There are people that don't get them.
Back in the day, I mean, well, see, I'm older.
I'm lucky.
I'm older. I mean, so we were banging, before AIDS, we were banging without rubbers. I mean, once AIDS came, you always wore a rubber. But before then, you just, you go to the bar and,
pick up some whore with crabs.
Horrible. Just
anyway.
Did you finish up with the girl after you're going down on her and you see a crab up close?
You have to
like right there, face to face with a crab. Hi, Rich. And then do you finish up, or do you just say "fuck this," leave?
Yeah, you just. Well, no, we live together, She caught him from the roommate. The other girl brought him in. She got it off the toilet seat. I lived with her.
That's always the way.
Yeah.
The toilet seat, which has never happened either.
No, I don't think the toilet seat transmits diseases at all.
No, crabs, not diseases.
I don't think it transmits anything.
No.
I really don't. I sit right down, man. I've never used one of those fucking paper things.
In a public thing,
Never.
you sit right. You wouldn't even clean it off. You clean it off.
Yeah. There's times I'll at least wipe down, but there are times I don't even wipe down.
If you see piss on there, you go to another stall.
Oh no, I'll just wipe that off.
Really?
I've never had a problem whatsoever. Why are you drooling on yourself?
I'm thinking, it's disgusting. Like these.
I just sit right down. Like a man's man. You just open that stall and you sit right down.
Take a seat.
You don't take that cute little paper fucking cover out of the thing.
You're not sitting there eating cake, my friend.
I'll take
You're taking a shit.
I'll take a little look. Sure, I'll take a look and say, all right, well, I gotta wipe this up a little bit before I sit down. But that's about it. I'm not taking those freaking paper things.
No. I've never used a paper thing.
Someone the other day was talking on the show about building a nest. I don't build nests, none of that shit. I just sit down, do what I have to do, and get the hell out of there.
You are you're out of control. You're crazy.
Get the hell out of there.
I clean off, man. I won't put the paper down.
And I rarely clein my hands after I take a leak.
Well, you got
rarely. And
I'll never do
and
it.
It comes up here because we run, during breaks to take leaks and stuff. And every once in a while we'll have a guest or a fellow comedian in, and they're like, "Dude, you don't wash your hands after you take a leak?" I'm like, "No,
you gotta
this part is the cleanest part on your body."
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Your hands are so much dirtier than your dick.
Yeah, but
guaranteed.
Yeah, but put it this way: if you're touching the door handle and I got to touch it, I'm touching the same stuff you're touching with your hands that make your hands dirty.
You've been doing it for over 10 years.
I know.
And what has happened?
By proxy.
What has happened?
Giving over your hand job by proxy every time I open the door.
Nothing has happened.
No, it's just kind of gross.
It's all paranoia. What you don't know, it can't hurt you.
It has nothing to do with you think you're going to catch anything.
But it's so ridiculous. People go, I can't believe you don't wash your hands after you take a leak. It's the cleanest part on your body, I think.
Nobody washes. I mean, you don't have to wash your hands unless you work in a restaurant. Who cares? I mean.
Right. The other remedy, because I had two, when I would go out to my grandma's beach house. What are you getting?
Yeah. I just need more water.
Oh. When I would go out to my grandma's beach house in Wading River on Long Island, and my parents just didn't believe in suntan lotion at all. And we
didn't believe in it?
Well, it might have been...
it exists. Look.
It might have been another one of those, you have 7 kids, you got to kind of like,
Yeah, cut corners.
You got to cut corners, and that's brilliant to cut corners on sunscreen for your fucking kids.
Margarine.
Holy crap, nothing. And look how white I am.
Yeah.
And then stupid me, I would like lay down like this with my hands behind my head.
The most tender part of little Opie's arm.
I would get the really red sunburn on my underarms and this skin over here, just burnt to a crisp, as red could be. And then I tell the story all the time. It's the truth. Then we'd sleep over at my grandma's house in army cots. I don't know why she had army cots, but she had many army cots in her beach house.
Those are comfy material. Burlap. Yeah. Army surplus burlap.
And then wool blankets. And it's the middle of summer. I swear to God.
It's
wool
like sandpaper.
Blankets. I don't know. To this day, I don't know why we had wool blankets in my grandma's house. I don't know why. And I don't know why not one uncle or aunt or my mom or my dad looked at my grandma and said, wool blankets stink. They're absolutely awful.
Yeah, they hurt.
And then, I'll have an aunt or something and it'll say, you should be thankful you had a nice childhood, blah, blah, blah. But the wool blankets, after having a really bad sunburn on the beach, and of course no one really tidied up, so you're already sleeping in an army cot that has sand in it, and then you got the wool blanket, and it's like, July and August where it's 90 degrees at night, and you're sitting there suffering with sunburn.
Comfy.
So I'd go to my dad and beg, I need some relief here. Help me out. What the hell? This sunburn is killing me. So his home remedy was vinegar.
Wait, after the sunburn?
Oh, yeah. He would rub it on my body, vinegar.
What would that...
It did absolutely...
do?
It was supposed to take the sting. It was supposed to take the sting out of the sunburn, but yes, Anthony, it just made me stink.
Like vinegar.
But that was his home remedy for that.
Like a salad.
He had two home remedies: the athlete foot thing and the sunburn vinegar.
Neither of
thing.
which worked.
No, not at all.
Wonderful.
Absolutely not.
So wool blankets. That's tough.
Swear to God.
I mean,
people. These stories come up every once in a while. People don't believe it. They think I'm making it up. I got to get my cousins in here and my brothers.
It's tough. I mean, after laying on the beach all day. I mean, some kids in some countries, live in huts on the ground, and you got to deal with a wool blanket. That's a tough life.
It's America. You're a kid. You don't want to sleep in an army cot.
You know how awful a wool blanket is, even on a nice winter day.
I don't even think they use that in the army now.
That's what I'm saying. The
cot's got to be the worst.
It was awful. Or you'd have to share a bed with like two of your brothers. It was weird.
It's one of those cots where if you turn the wrong way, your thigh gets pinched where it folds.
Oh, yeah.
Like those old reclining things that were out by the pool when you were a kid, the metal ones. And your thigh used to get pinched in the point where the chair would bend.
And we would all hang out with my grandma for the weekend, and the uncles and aunts would leave, and my mom and dad would leave, and so now my grandma has to feed all of us, all my brothers and sisters and a lot of my cousins. So she'd just get the Wonder Bread out, spread it. This is a true story. Spread it out on the table, get the tub of margarine.
Was it Wonder Bread, though?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I think so. I think they splurged for the Wonder Bread. And then they would get a tub of margarine, not butter, spread the margarine on all the bread, and then she would break out the sugar. This is a true story.
I love that stuff. That was great.
God. When I tell this shit, people are like, there's no fucking way.
Of course. You used to have butter and sugar sandwiches.
You had them too?
Yes, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Margarine.
Butter
margarine, though.
Ours was just butter or
margarine.
whatever.
We couldn't afford butter, really. No way. Not for all those kids. I mean, we weren't poor, but
that stuff just called spread? You don't know what it is?
I guess we were poor. I'm trying to figure this out. I think it was more that we had so many kids that the money didn't go around as much as other families.
Yeah, if you had like 2 kids in your family, probably be rich.
Yeah. So then she would take the spoon out with the sugar and just, margarine and sugar sandwiches.
That's great.
On a hot summer day.
Smelling like vinegar.
Yeah, sunburned little vinegar kid with soap between their toes. And running around on a sugar high.
And every time I get together with, the extended family for the holidays, these stories come up. Oh, I heard you on the radio talking about the margarine and sugar sandwiches. And then they would go, but wasn't it just great?
Ah, the days.
And I'm saying, no, it wasn't great. A bologna sandwich every once in a while would have been nice.
Some type of meat.
And bologna was the lowest form of meat, too. They were like, we used to go get half subs and whatever, and bologna was like 40 cents.
Yeah.
And we were poor, too. My mother would fry the bologna, give us fried bologna sandwiches.
I'm going to puke.
Fried bologna.
Fried bologna, because it was like...
With a little cheese, right?
Yeah, it was like a low man's pork roll.
We got the cheap cheese, though. I swear to God, we got what amounts to government cheese.
Yeah,
big brick.
I hated cheese until, I don't know, I think I hated cheese until, like, college. Because then I finally had a real piece of cheese and went, this is how this shit's supposed to taste? Holy crap!
My grandmother was an embarrassment, though, because I lived, the whole street was a black neighborhood.
Yeah.
And, there were ruthless little kids. And then right when the street lights came on, my grandmother would come walking down the street with her stockings down to her ankle and a nightgown yelling for me and my brother to come in, and her teeth falling out of her mouth, her face. And it was just total nightmare. Because I lived above we lived for free. My grandparents owned the house. And my mother had no money, too. So we lived for free on the second floor. So we basically had to listen to my grandparents and my, you know what I mean? It just sucked living above... them telling me what to do, and fuck you,
nice childhood.
Oh, it sucked. It just ruined everything. My grandfather was a compulsive gambler, which, No,
I liked my upbringing, but there was some weird crap that went on. Powdered milk?
No.
Oh, yeah, powdered milk. We couldn't afford all that milk for 7 kids. Are you kidding me?
Oh.
You know how much milk you would go through in a week for 7 kids growing up?
Wasn't that just like water and like paste?
It was actual powder.
Yeah.
Powder, right?
Yeah, Underwood Devil.
It's the most disgusting thing you could drink. That's how we got our milk nutrition. Every once in a while you go to a friend's house and...
Is the milk nutrition in there?
Who knows, but...
Is it taken out in the powdering process?
Every once in a while you go to a friend's house and get a real glass of milk. Oh, my God. That was
what it's like, creamy.
Oh, my God. It was like heaven.
Did you ever have that Underwood Devil ham crap? Like it was like a... who knows what it was. But
I know what you're talking about.
It was like a spray. It was like spam.
My mom would get the cold cuts that no one else would buy, the stuff that had like the olives in it and all that crap.
Olive loaf.
Or whatever it was, like ham with like olives.
Olive loaf.
All those vegetables no one eats.
Yeah,
like they decide to make it throw it into meat for some reason. Oh, yeah. Eesh. And the cupboard was all products that were, I think they were called no frills back then.
Yeah.
Where it was a white box with just like one word on it.
So whatever it was.
Kind of like that old movie Repo Man when they went in and got beer. But in my house, that's what every single item in the cupboard, it was just in a white package and just had black writing, whatever. And they would always try to make believe it was like Captain Crunch, but they had another weird name for it, like it would just say Crunch or something like that. Oh, yeah. The no frills brands of all the popular brands that everyone else was eating.
We used to go in when we finally got apartments, me and my friends, and this is before they had scanners. We used to go to the supermarket and just switch the prices. You peel the labels off, and we would just put the other price on. I mean, we'd walk out with king crab meat, for like, 80 cents or whatever, and we just switch everything and steal and do whatever we could as criminals. Well, just growing up, you knew.
Let's go to the phones, because a lot of people are saying that you said another word wrong today. Jason, go ahead.
Yeah, boss fucked up twice again.
All right, go ahead.
He said gondorrhea for gonorrhea and low man's pork roll for poor man's pork roll.
Wait, gondorrhea instead of gonorrhea, okay.
What was the other one?
Low man's pork roll for poor man's pork roll.
No, I said the low.
All right.
Watching out.
We're keeping track. Thank you, sir. Let's say hi to Joey. Joey, you're next on the Opie and Anthony program. What's up?
Hey, buddies.
Hey, Joey.
Hey, I had the powdered milk myself and the vinegar treatment. It was the same exact thing. I loved it growing up. Hey, one thing I've got is a world record for yam bag hair. You guys talking about shaving?
Yeah.
I was at a Ben Franklin. I was down there cleaning myself up. I pull it out, and there it is, 13.5 inches long.
A ball bag hair 13.5 inches long?
It must have gone unnoticed. And I took a piece of paper out from the desk at the Ben Franklin, and I measured it across diagonally. Yeah. And I said, this has got to be a record. So I left it in the drawer for housekeeping, and I checked out the next morning.
It's really 13.5 inches long?
Yeah. You take a piece of 8.5 by 11 paper, and that's how I measured it. I had no tape measure, so I stretched it out, and there it was. I couldn't believe it. I'm telling everybody.
Wow. All right. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, boys.
Let's go to West Side Doug. West Side Doug, what's up?
Yeah, man. Talking about waxing my ball bag makes your mule look bigger. And I'm not gay or anything, but...
Yeah. Does it or above? If you, shave above.
No, you got to shave the tree.
What do you mean?
If you see a tree out, in a park and it has bushes around it, but then you take the bushes...
Oh, it looks taller.
Oh, it looks a lot taller.
So you got to, shave around the shaft.
Oh, you could cheat. You could cheat, give yourself the appearance of at least 2 more.
Really? Really?
Oh, yeah.
That much?
Well, maybe a slight exaggeration, but you could definitely...
A lot of hair.
You could definitely...
A lot of brush.
In the schoolyard around the trees, there's no grass at all. They have this circle of dirt. Yeah, that's what you got to do.
Put some brickwork around it.
Well, suddenly
look all fancy.
That's an impressive tree.
All about the maintenance, boys.
All right.
The maintenance.
I got to fly. Punching out.
All right, thank you, sir. All right. Crab story? Yeah, we got the phones are lit. So we'll take a break and we'll continue with the phone calls. My throat is freaking killing me as the show continues.
You need some of that stuff.
I need the...
How do you get that?
I need that, the Uber penicillin. What the hell is it called?
Zithromax.
What is it?
Zithromax.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
I am Zithromax.
That's the stuff that kicks it right out of me. I got to figure that out because...
Yeah.
Like when I got here, it's at 6, and I said, "Dude, I'm not feeling it today."
Mm-hmm.
It's like 5 times worse right now. It is
Is
just
it scratchy?
Drying up.
You getting the drip in the back?
No.
Does it feel like you have a big ball of snot there that won't go down?
No. It's just all about the throat.
That's the worst when you're trying to swallow something and then you realize there's nothing there. I'm just getting sick.
It's just feeling really, really dry.
Yeah. What is that?
Really, really scratchy.
That's stuff Norton.
Theraflu.
Theraflu? Does it make you drowsy?
I think that puts you out, though, right?
Does it?
What does it say?
Let's see.
Do not operate heavy machinery.
Where's the warning on the Theraflu?
Microphones.
Overdose warning. Warning. No.
Warning. Danger. Other information.
Help me out, Anthony.
I'm looking.
Yeah, I don't see that. I don't see that it's drowsy.
Do not use more than directed. Avoid alcohol. Drowsiness may occur.
Oh, where? Where's that?
Top. First thing, be careful when driving a motor vehicle or operating machinery.
Where the hell?
Excitability may occur, especially in children.
Oh, okay, I see it.
There you go.
All right, I gotta wait.
You don't even have to put
this
this in. You could just snort it.
I gotta wait till after the show.
What are you supposed to put it in hot water and drink it like tea?
Yeah. Just
lovely.
drink it like tea. Bullshit.
Acetaminophen.
This type of stuff, you throw it in water and just slam it and get it over with.
You got to get the penicillin.
Yeah, I got to call my doctor today, or maybe some will just mysteriously show up at the front door of the station today.
Oh, is that it?
The sooner I get it in, the better I'll be. All right, we'll do this and then we'll come back and do a little more.
Get infected.
Why do they even report radio in the newspaper? Huh? I don't even know why they report radio in the newspaper. It's got to just be thankless to be the radio reporter. You walk around in the Daily News building or the Post building, and you're like, there he goes, the radio reporter. You know, they're just like looking at him going, this guy is like one more technological jump closer to unemployment. Like, they're just not going to report on it anymore.
Who's lower, radio guy or crossword puzzle guy?
Is there even a guy? Or the bridge guy? You know, the guy that like writes the bridge column?
Right.
Oh, queen to your left? Or like, I don't even understand the game. And that's like a horrible... These are... Can't you put ads in those spaces and make a little money?
I've been thinking about that for years. You know, reading the newspaper every day. There's so much shit in here, and you got to think. You know, you're looking for an audience for all this stuff.
Yeah.
How many people are reading the Queen left
bridge? Let me.
Thing?
Oh, I'm buying the paper. Just throw the rest away. Give me the bridge page, because I got to know what to do if I just drew a King Jack Queen. Bridge. What fucking year is this? What century is this? Bridge. Unbelievable that they still have the Brit. Oh, yes, yeah, I read Gridlock Sam all the time. Gridlock Sam. Sam Schwartz.
My God.
He lets you know where the traffic is.
Okay.
Dude, when is the paper printed? Is this guy a fucking psychic? Wouldn't he be better to tell you what the lotto numbers are going to be than where traffic might be in the morning when the fucking paper comes out? I predict a tractor-trailer jackknife on the FDR.
But it's Gridlock Sam.
It's Sam Schwartz, and he knows everything.
He certainly does.
Why would you put a traffic reporter in the newspaper?
What are you reading this while you're driving? You have the folded up paper? Hey, what's this accident? It doesn't say anything about this in the paper. What a dope.
Gridlock Sam says I should avoid... Oh, he was right. Fucking this Sam is great. I'm going to get on the park. No, I'm not. And Sam said I shouldn't. Traffic in the paper.
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony program. Take bets.
What?
I don't know if I'm going to make it to the end of the show.
Oh, come on.
My throat in the last hour. Unbelievable. Every freaking year I get this thing.
Yeah.
And I think I got it from my brother. And I was paranoid when I saw my brother, but, you know, we're opening up that restaurant in Huntington.
Yep.
It's going well. He decided to pretty much redo the entire inside. So
when do you think?
We were hoping to be open by now, but it's going to take a little more time. I hope a lot of the fans come and check out the restaurant when we're open.
You going to be a restaurant owner?
I'm a silent partner. Who am I kidding?
What type of food?
What I know about restaurants is this: I go out to eat twice a day. I go out to
twice a day.
I go out to eat at least 10 times a week, at least.
Wow.
So I know that part of the business.
No cooking done in your house?
I'm attempting that more and more.
Because
I'm really getting bored with going out to restaurants.
Yeah.
Because I do it just to get a meal in me. But every place you go and eat, they want to do the entire thing with the service and the
you just want to get in, eat.
I want to get in and yeah, exactly. But in my neighborhood, they're trained now. They understand when I'm coming.
Yeah.
They understand to get the food out immediately and throw the bill on my table immediately. 'Cause it's all about just getting, lunch in and going home.
It's New York. They're used to that.
Not really. Because they want to give you the whole presentation.
So that you got the big tip.
But they finally realized, wow, this guy's in here, pretty much every day for the same, food.
Yeah.
So they're getting it finally. But I went to check out the progress on the restaurant. My brother's working like an animal there in Huntington. It's going to be a great place. And he warned me. He said, man, I'm not feeling right. My throat's a little weird.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, oh, how bad could it be? So I showed up, and I didn't get anywhere near him.
Mm-hmm.
But still, maybe that's what did it.
Could be.
Because now I'm just feeling it. Okay. Anthony, holiday season upon us.
Yes.
Actually, I was shopping at the mall and over the weekend, and they were playing Christmas music
already.
What is that about?
They said that this morning they have Christmas lights across the street in front of Route 57.
Really?
Steve and I were looking at this morning. It's November 8th.
What is that about? When we were growing up, Christmas started right after Thanksgiving, obviously. Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Yep.
There's Santa at the end of the parade.
And
okay.
starts Christmas.
Holiday season is finally here. Christmas season is finally here. But I was in the mall, and I actually said it out loud, and a bunch of shoppers started laughing. I'm like, fucking Christmas music already? And everyone started laughing, because they were thinking the same thing. And I don't know. I don't know what that's about. But now the stories on the news and stuff about the Christmas trees and the decorations and this and that. And in the radio world, they're all wondering what radio station's going to go all Christmas music this season. What station's going to be the first one to do it this year?
First one to change format for Christmas.
One station where they don't want anybody to listen to them.
And they wonder why all the stories on TV are about satellite radio and not about regular radio. That's their big idea every year. Wow, we'll turn our radio station into Christmas music 24 hours a day. That'll get the people listening. So anyway, we caught this little story on the news this morning. Washington, D.C. got their Christmas tree already, or it's on the way. And then what we want you to listen to here is the wacky newsreader with her wacky comment about the story.
Yeah.
We want to start playing more of these because these guys try to, improv on the spot when all they are newsreaders. They got a monitor in front of them and they know exactly what they're supposed to say. But every once in a while, these people try to take a chance and say something off the cuff. And this is what was said this morning.
Washington, D.C. is getting a new addition. The Capitol Christmas tree is on its way from the Santa Fe National Forest. The annual cutting took place yesterday. The spruce weighs 8,000 pounds and is 83 feet tall. It'll take approximately 14,000 lights and ornaments to decorate it. It's the second time a Capitol Christmas tree was chosen from New Mexico.
Can you imagine trying to get that one into the Christmas tree stand while arguing with your husband about whether it's straight or not? Not that I have any personal experience with that.
It sounds like you might have. We'll have to get Rob's side of the story, too.
Well, everybody can relate to that, I suppose. Everybody who gets the tree.
She bombed in that. Guys, that's what we do in the studio. When something bombs, you go, well, just saying. I mean, everyone can relate to that, right? Yeah,
She probably just had blank stares in her face.
Of course. Can you imagine?
Imagine putting you in a wood chipper, you stupid, unfunny bitch.
Just read. You're there to read and look good. Shut up.
Don't ad lib. Stop it.
And she probably had, she couldn't wait to get that one out, too.
Yeah, she was all
the one
proud
that
of
puts
it.
me over the top.
Happy with her line.
Yeah, another big story today.
Howard Stern cannot wait to move to satellite radio. In fact, he talks about it pretty much all the time. The promotions are not making his current bosses at all happy, and in fact, they're keeping him off the air this morning. Fox 5's Lisa Evers is in Midtown with the story.
This is another promotional stunt.
Liar whore, and you know it.
We have people deep inside Infinity, and the fact is, Howard was taking today off.
Yeah.
But the news crews bit. They bit. So they're all talking about how he got suspended. Bullshit.
Of course it is.
Absolute bullshit.
It's a stunt. He had the day off. Penciled in already.
All radio guys have done this over the years.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think we ever did a fake suspension, did we?
No.
You guys had too many real ones.
I know. People thought we did.
Yeah, but we were getting suspended so many times. People were like, these are fake, right?
Gotta be.
No.
Eventually they fire these guys. They wouldn't just keep suspending them, yeah.
Especially in Boston. We got suspended. I can't even tell you how many times we got suspended. They didn't know what to do with us. They just kept suspending us. And then stupid us, because we're like anyone else out there. You know, less work is good, right? So
More gooder.
And we realized they weren't going to fire us back in the day. That's before radio changed, and they really started firing popular DJs for doing dumb things. But there was a time you could get away with murder because you were bringing in the ratings for the station.
As long as the ratings were there.
So Matt and I, our eyebrows would go up like, wait a minute, every once in a while we could, do something stupid, get suspended, get a few days off, and go play golf or do whatever.
Hello?
What's going on?
Pookie? Yes? Hi. I know. Yeah. Oh, I'm on the air right now. I'm doing a radio show. It's my job.
What is it?
The body shop. Can you get my door?
This is great.
Yeah.
Wow, it's another body shop stunt.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take this time to spray the old throat.
Right.
How
okay,
many?
well, I'll call you afternoon, let's say. All right.
Now I can talk for another 3 minutes.
I'll check my voicemail. Thank you.
The wheels are falling off this car today, man. The wheels are just...
Oh, my God.
What the hell's going on?
I've had a problem with the Cadillac, the SRX. It took a hit to the door in a parking lot, and they have to replace the door. Apparently there's no Cadillac SRX doors in the country. The whole country. Nothing. None.
So you're going to have to get like one of those other doors?
No, I don't want
that doesn't match the car?
No.
You're going to have like an orange door and it's a black car you got?
Isn't your car
when
new?
I see that on the highway.
Yeah.
Isn't the SRX a new car?
Yeah.
Well, couldn't you call Cadillac? You know, I mean...
No, that's what I'm going to have to do.
And say, do you have an extra door kicking around?
Let's say hi to Craig in New Jersey. Craig, what's up?
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Hey, Craig.
Listen, just driving in this morning to New York City. As soon as you get up the turnpike by 495, which is a major, traveled route, there's a picture of you two knuckleheads up on the billboard.
Oh, really?
Nice. Yeah, nice exposure there.
I heard they were going to promote us in the month of November, so I guess it's starting to happen, because we were talking earlier that we're in the latest issue of Rolling Stone magazine with a pretty nice-sized ad, and got some billboards on Long Island, now a billboard on the turnpike in Jersey. All right.
Nice shot, guys. Good job. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, sir.
Take care, guys.
Good to hear. All right, we'll move on to other things here today. There are women out there saving themselves for marriage. Do we have the technical virgin spots there, Eric? Yeah. Can you find those for me? They did a story on Good Morning America. Teens saving themselves for marriage.
When it comes to sex, 19-year-old Shelby Knox has decided to wait.
I think that purity, not having sex before marriage, is an important personal decision. When I was 15, I took a pledge to remain pure, sexually pure until marriage. That was 4 years ago, and I have remained sexually pure.
15-year-old Annalise Wirch feels the same way.
To me, living a pure lifestyle means stay away from things that could possibly harm my body or to me are morally wrong. Things such as smoking, excessive alcohol, drugs, or premarital sex.
For a generation weaned on Jessica Simpson vowing her virginity until marriage, many teens today are joining a growing trend called Generation Pure in this month's 17 magazine.
I don't want to do illegal drugs. I don't drink to the point of getting drunk. When I have sex with someone, it will be with someone I love and not some random person I met at a frat party.
That's wonderful.
Great.
I started my life down the old Christian road myself there.
You did you?
Or they were attempting to, get me to join the team there.
Yeah.
Join the cult. And I was just talking about this over the weekend. I almost went to Catholic high school and all that crap.
Ooh.
Went to religion class every, Tuesday night.
Priesthood?
Nothing like that. But, I don't know, man. The sex thing?
Yeah.
I think, sex is obviously a very important part of your life.
Yeah.
And it's great that these women want to wait, and you hear guys that want to wait. What if you marry one of these people and they just suck in bed? Then you're stuck.
Yeah. True. You need to test drive.
I was going to say, the old joke, you got to test drive what you're getting.
Yeah, but if you both wait, then you both might suck, so you don't know what good is good. You know what I mean? But these girls that wait and at 15 or 17, they're still letting you, they're still giving head.
Well, that's what they're saying. They say a lot of girls remaining a virgin are still giving head and anal. How about that?
Yeah.
Saving the vag, but they're just chewing up that ass. Well, a husband wants to flip him over, and it's just, what the hell happened back here? Jesus. A train wreck. But I saved my vag for you.
Great. Can we push some of this back in, though?
Yeah.
Would you rather know that, like, your girlfriend, would you rather know that she slept with 4 other guys, or 4 other guys sodomized her?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
in
not...
the ass.
In the ew.
But sex so important. I don't really. That would be a scary thing to marry a virgin. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Shelby says she does not judge others, but in the 17 survey, 48% of teens think it is not okay for anyone to have sex before marriage, and 38% do not think condoms should be available without parents' okay. But for many teens, abstaining from sex is about religion too.
I am a Christian, have been for the past 10 years. I have made the decision to stay abstinent until marriage.
82% say that religion plays a significant part in their lives, and 80% pray regularly.
I don't go to church. I consider myself a very liberal Christian. With people who are more conservative, I do get you're going to hell. I do think of myself as a practicing Christian. I pray, I rely on God for guidance, and I read the Bible. So I think that is really the core of it.
So it's a religious thing, I guess, huh?
Hey, Anthony, you need a new Cadillac door. Of course.
Actually, I'm pissed off at this guy right here, Bob in New York. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, how you doing?
Hey.
I can get you a door.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. When do you need it? What color? What year? Everything.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I bet you can.
Yeah, I send my guy out tonight. You'll have it tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks. I'll go the legit way.
No, this is okay.
You want someone to just drop the door on the front stoop tomorrow morning, Anthony?
In front of the station?
In front of the station?
Yeah.
No problem. I'll give it to, your bodyguard out there. I'll leave it right in front.
Yeah, what color? What color, just in case?
It's blue.
Dark blue?
Dark blue.
Dark blue?
No problem. I can have it there
What's the official color?
I don't know.
Like there's forest green
a year ago.
And all that crap.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure it's some
sky blue,
fancy schmancy color.
All you need is the color, the model, and I'll have it there tomorrow for you.
Thank you, but let me go through these guys for a little longer.
Can you get penicillin?
That's what I was. Thank you, boss.
Can you get penicillin within an hour?
I couldn't make the hints any clearer. I need the stupid 6-pack of penicillin, the super penicillin, so I can continue doing this radio show for the rest of the week. Or you're gonna go, or we're going into dumb worst of mode with stupid bits that you've heard a million times. Get me my penicillin.
No penicillin, but I can get your car door.
That's hilarious.
All right, Bob. Thank you. Let's say hi to Bruce. Hey, Bruce.
Hey, I was just wondering, man. Don't you think you'd rather the wife save the ass for you instead of the damn vag?
Of course. That's more.
I mean, obviously. And one more thing. Happy birthday, not Jimmy.
Yeah, the birthday thing, I think, is finally
winding down.
Finally winding down.
No.
Kind of like that Pat Battle thing that was going on for a while.
Hey, remember that? That just went away. That's what happens.
Let's say hi to Eric in Colorado. Eric.
Morning, boys.
Morning, Eric.
My wife was a virgin until 1 month before we got married, and she was 31 when we got married.
Wow. How was it?
Yeah. Let's just put it this way. We've been married 9 years, and I'm seriously contemplating a divorce.
Oh, wow.
And the sex life is part of it.
All right, wait. So she was a virgin her entire life, and a month before you got married, she decided to give in?
Yes.
That's a little weird. You would think she would go the distance at that point.
Well,
yeah.
And
that's like running the New York City Marathon, and then you can see the finish line, and then you're like,
fuck it.
Who needs to go the distance?
And the worst part about it is she told me, she said, well, you know so much about sex, you'll have to teach me everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, sure. I haven't had a blowjob in 8 years.
Did you try to teach her?
Oh, yeah, and she could care, and she gave up. She's like, oh, I'm not interested in anal sex. Yeah, right. If I even say nice ass, she's like, leave my ass alone.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
See what happens?
Yeah, you got to test drive. You got to see what you're getting yourself into.
What's the biggest thing you've ever had in your ass? Like, do Do you guys like fingers? Do you like a finger or something in your ass?
Well, I mean,
Jesus,
boss,
Rich.
we know you take it. We know you
Nothing.
You ask for drugs, but
I want nothing.
You don't want even like the tip of a finger touching your ass?
Boss, we could do homo hour with you if you'd like for the last hour, and Aunt and I will just go home.
That's not homo hour.
It is. You shouldn't have anything by your ass.
If you want, we could take phone calls, and you could ask these fine listeners of ours.
I should have.
What about that?
I should have taken a dump last break.
Why?
It is. I am like dying over here.
You picked the wrong day to come in.
Are a fucking mess.
It happens every once in a while. If you do this on a regular basis, every once in a while there's going to be a day where both of us are out.
I'm feeling it.
There are many days where I'm so gone it's not even funny, or Ant's in another world, but then the other guy steps up and takes over. But today we're both hurting bad.
I swear I am going to have to go into the bathroom.
Get out. You're getting the cramps. You're getting where the cramps are.
It just started.
It's just
the back of the thighs. I'm feeling it.
The pain in your keel over.
Yeah. I'm like,
I had that when I was a kid. I was running home to get, you can feel it. And I got like a block to go, and then I get to my house and I run up and I couldn't open my pants.
Yeah.
The second all over, and it's.
Dude, I forgot to tell you guys. I actually puked over the weekend.
Oh.
Remember I told you I went to my nephew's football game?
Uh-huh.
This football thing is the greatest thing ever. I watched my nephew play football, 7 years old. It's insane. Mm-hmm. If you want real that's what they should throw on TV. That's what they
7-year-old football.
Just 7-year-olds playing football. They're running out of the game, bleeding, crying, looking for their mommies. And I'm sitting on the sideline like, this is insane. And it's real injuries. It's not like, like 7-year-olds being 7-year-olds. This is real shit. You see kids getting smeared, open field tackles because there's one guy that knows what he's doing, just killing the kids. They're coming off with all sorts of injuries. I'm like, wow, this is the greatest thing ever. But anyway, I go into the porta potty.
Yeah.
Because I have to take a leak, whatever. I don't know what it is, but 7-year-old dumps, holy crap. I actually started getting sick.
Full of Cheerios and...
I started dry heaving. The smell... Look, no one enjoys, the smell of crap to begin with. I understand that. And but a 7-year-old, and they're just piling on top of each other in the freaking porta potty. Oh, my God.
Car chase on Fox?
Yeah? Let's go to Fox.
I don't know. Somebody was saying. Could it be? Yeah, there it is.
But you have to take a dump, Anthony?
Oh, dude, it's banging.
Yeah? Where's this car chase?
West Virginia State Trooper.
No, former West Virginia State Trooper's on the phone. Right. Is this? It's a K station, so that's west of the Mississippi, right?
I can relate to this guy if he's got to take a dump.
California.
Because I would just be running from the cops too.
California.
How long it takes to get booked and everything, and you just know there's going to be hours before you take a dump.
All right, let's say hi to Jimmy in Staten Island. Jimmy?
Yo, I used to work for a caddy Chevy dealership in East Flatbush in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And I used to have the Hasidic Jews come in to buy caddies. And the color that Anthony has is blue chip. And it's an old Jewish man color. So now I know you got to be old. And now I'm borderline of part Jewish. Because you got an old heat color. It's horrible. Blue chip. Blue chip. Black Raven. White Diamond Dead. Blue chip. What are you on crack? Punch it out.
Guy's insulting the color.
Now they're giving Jews colors.
It's a Jew color. I didn't even know.
You did have a car that was cherry colored once, I remember.
Was it
wasn't it like cherry red?
The Pathfinder. It was candy apple, I think. I don't know what it was. Burgundy. It was burgundy.
Candy apple.
And no, the door color I'm looking for isn't periwinkle.
Candy apple.
That's very good. Let's say hi to Mike. Mike!
Hey, how you boys doing?
We've been better, Mike.
Yeah, it sounds like that. Opie, Dayquil. That's all I got to say.
What?
Dayquil.
I can suffer through it, but the fact is the throat just really hurts.
That'll make you feel better. Always works for me.
I'm going to knock myself out for the day as soon as this show's over. So.
Southern California, car chase.
All right, Mike.
Estimated 80 miles an hour.
I was listening about that virgin stories and how you were in church and everything.
Yeah.
I grew up in the church, and they stressed and preached that sex is the worst thing possible, and I bought into it till the night of my 19th birthday, freshman in college, got drunk, and ended up fucking some girl from the stockroom where I used to work.
Huh?
I wasted 4 good years of high school missing out on shit.
Well, you weren't going to get laid at 15.
Yeah.
Who's getting laid at 15, 16?
Get
Not
laid.
white kids.
Anthony did.
At 15?
In the
suburbs? Sure.
15. He already had, he started at 13.
No way.
I'd love to tell you about it, but my mind can't work right now. I swear to you, I am going to have to get up and go to the bathroom.
Just eat something real
This
quick.
is a first.
They'll push it right out. Eat something.
Anthony doesn't like talking about this
I am
stuff.
just...
He doesn't talk about bowel movements, so it's got to be bad.
It is all-encompassing right now in my mind.
With that said, let's go to Dr. Steve. Dr. Steve? Dr. Steve? Hello?
Hello?
This is the only phone call I want to take today. Dr. Steve? Your phone stinks.
Your phone's...
The answer to the... Your phone stinks.
Call me after the show, he said.
I check your email. Check your email, sir. Check your email. Check your email. All right, we want to play the technical virgin stuff as we go to break, actually, Anthony. I wanted to really get into this virgin talk. Maybe we can talk about it after the break.
When we get back,
because
I'll be refreshed.
A friend's sister, 23, still a virgin.
23.
They're missing out on some fine nights.
Well, I don't understand your Catholic religion. They say no sex, but yet there's so many kids in Catholic families. The second they could have sex, they just make up for everything, right?
Well, oh, my God, you can't even stand up straight. And you're holding the back of your pants. You're not walking like that on purpose, are you?
No.
You are limping a little, though.
I just really got to go.
All right. Anthony's going to go take a dump. We'll play a couple of these technical virgin spots. Here's the first one. Listen to this.
I've got big plans for my future. A good college, a career, maybe even my own business someday. But one thing I'm not planning on is getting pregnant. That's why I choose anal sex. I mean, sure, it hurts a little, and I wind up walking funny for a day or two. But I think my future's worth it. Anal sex, the smart choice for your future.
Isn't that great? We got another one, too. Listen to this. Here.
I know my mom worries about me. She's afraid I'll do too much too soon and with the wrong boy. That's why she got me this. At first I was a little nervous, but when Mom showed me how to use it, I knew boys could wait. Now I can have my fun, and Mom doesn't have to worry. Vibrators, the smart choice for your future.
There you go. Technical version. Isn't that hot? All right, we'll take a break so Anthony can do his, he is doing his business. He's a private person, though. If it was Jimmy would do it live on the show for us. This is very rare.
Of it.
Oh, this is very rare for Anthony to actually have to dump. Yeah. All right. This came in from Tom M. I'm going to be taking a meeting in the very near future, Mr. Voss, with a person that is an arch enemy of this program. And everyone is trying to speculate and figure out who I'm meeting with in the near future.
What do you mean?
This person will help XM, and he also wants to, take a peek at our radio show.
And he's an enemy.
Oh, arch enemy. From the old days. Arch enemy. And everyone's trying to figure out who this person is.
I know who it is, Rob.
It's been an ongoing thing. There's a speculation thread on Whackbag that is ridiculous at this point. Absolutely ridiculous. Pages and pages and pages.
And no one's guessed it?
That's a good question. No comment. How's that? I'd like to keep the speculation going for a little while longer. And people are now sending in stuff because they're trying to figure out who this person is, so they're taking my audio and stuff and splicing it together and throwing it out there so other people could try to figure it out. All right? So here's the latest from Tom. Tom's very obsessed with this because this is the second one he's done, right? Mm-hmm. Here's Tom. And this is how I'm justifying taking a high-powered meeting in the very near future with someone that will definitely help the company. I will give him that much credit. We realize that we probably need to bring on some people that we could look toward. He will help the company a lot. And then he wants to kind of take a peek at us. That's a huge hint, by the way. A huge hint. Well, I told Elo we would not answer to this person whatsoever. You would never, ever fill some kind of boss role. No fucking way. No way.
Like sand through the hourglass, so is the Orange virus.
Villz, I got some info on him.
Oh, you do?
And I'm not...
Elze.
I'm not misreading this, by the way. This is how it's down on paper.
Internet Movie Database.
Villz became alcoholic.
He did.
And depressed. Is that proper way to say that? Became
alcoholic.
Really?
Yeah, I guess so.
I would have said became an alcoholic.
I think either is correct.
Oh, no kidding. Okay. Learned something new today. Villz became alcoholic and depressed, so he missed several roles that he was offered. His health problems also increased, mostly suffering from ulcers and a spastic colon. Oh, my God.
Oh, little shitting midget.
That is just awful.
I grabbed my pants again. I was going to go for a roll, but I shit myself.
Just couldn't stop drinking half and half. It went right through him.
He's wearing diapers.
Oh, God. Little Similac duties.
He doesn't even have to buy, like, Depends. He could just use Pampers, like baby diapers.
Oh,
Put them on.
God. They have little cartoon characters on them. I shit myself. Where's my fucking gun?
He got tired looking at his little feet sticking straight out off the toilet.
He's got to use the potty training stool to take a leak.
Oh. Dab the little toilet paper in his asshole because it's raw. 9 dumps. Can't stop eating spicy food.
My asshole is killing me.
Oh, that's horrid. Poor little midget. Oh, yes, Fantasy Island.
Ow. The pain. Ow. My asshole.
Depends.
This is Hervey. His fantasy is to be in a bathroom and have one solid log come out.
Welcome. Smiles, everyone. Smiles.
Get up there and ring the bell, you little French spick.
Ah, Tattoo, you have shit yourself again.
I can't help it, Buzz.
He's got to wear that white suit. I finally beat you, Jimmy. Walks away with a big brown stain in the back. Waddles away.
Oh. It was so embarrassing. I had to shake a nugget out of my pant leg.
Couldn't even wipe his own little crack properly. Big finger. Wouldn't reach.
Oh. Mr. Rock, could you wipe my ass again?
Back to Villz. Anthony became alcoholic and depressed, so he missed several roles that he was offered. His health problems also increased, mostly suffering from ulcers and a spastic colon. When he nearly died of pneumonia in 1992, with little parrot lungs.
Oh, they were full of a thimbleful of liquid. I almost died.
His little lungs. On the afternoon of Saturday, September 4th, 1993.
93, yeah.
After having watched a movie. What was the movie you watched?
Oh.
He wrote a
Gulliver's Travels.
Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory.
This is depressing.
If he overslept for that audition, it would have made him.
There's a chocolate factory in my bathroom.
Spastic colon in the Chocolate Factory. Wow, yeah. Well, so on the afternoon of Saturday, September 4th, 1993, after having watched a movie, he wrote a note and made a tape recording before shooting himself in his backyard.
Tape recording?
Oh, I'd love to hear that.
That would be nice.
Is there any way to get... That has to be out there somewhere. You got to think.
Someone must have it.
Got to think.
Wow. Couldn't take it anymore. He was married once, wasn't he?
He was married at the time. His common-law wife, Kathy Self, was that her name? Discovered his body and called the ambulance, which took him to the medical center of North Hollywood, where he died at 3:40. Villz was cremated, and his ashes were scattered off Point Furman in Los Angeles.
They were scattered over a daisy.
His ashes were flicked in an ashtray.
How did his wife discover the body while the cat was trying to bury it in the yard under some sand?
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
That car chase ending rocked.
That was a good ending.
During the commercials, we went to Fox News and they had a great car chase in California.
Here's the replay.
Here's the replay going down right now.
Bunch of trucks making a big traffic jam for the car.
How?
He got around one, and he was trying to squeeze through two more trucks, and at the last minute, the truck to his right decided to cut him off, and he just slammed into it.
Slammed into both trucks.
Ruined the front of his car. He wasn't going anywhere after that. Forward, reverse, nowhere.
And then it looks like the truck was leaking some fine fuel there, some diesel.
Yeah, he hit like right where the tanks are on the truck, so it started leaking. And they pulled the guy out of there, threw him on the ground. Over.
That was great. That was a good ending. Lately, we haven't seen good endings.
No, I hate when they stop and there's a standoff, but then the guy just gives up.
Yeah.
Anticlimactic.
All right, you guys want to talk about Tyra Banks in her fat suit? It's all the rage. It's all the rage all over TV.
They were promoting this for quite a while. Tyra, I guess, wanting to see what it's like to be a fat broad, so she put herself in a fat suit.
She's part of the XM Nation. I wonder how the rest of XM is handling the Tyra stunt.
Oh, that's right. She is part
She's
of
part
XM.
of Take 5, isn't she?
Take 5.
The women's channel, right?
Hmm. That is funny. Take 5. Knuckles. They call it Take 5. Yeah, I'll give you 5.
That's why I saw him having sex. Come on, baby. Take 5.
Take 5. And, she put herself in a fat suit and walked around and tried to see the inhumanity that fat people have to endure during the day.
I couldn't watch this thing, but I did see one clip where she got off a bus or something, and immediately 3 people started laughing.
Oh, really?
And I was thinking to myself, people don't do that to fat people in general. They don't.
They
don't openly laugh as soon as you get off a bus. So now I'm thinking that the makeup job had to be
fat
so
suit looked
awful
so bad
that they're like, oh my God, that's hilarious.
Especially probably.
We see fat people as soon as we can leave the building today. We'll see them. And I don't see people openly laughing at fat people. I just don't see it.
Unless it's really bizarre. Like that woman, Jimmy, took a picture of her ass at the airport.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, he was like, we were at the baggage carousel, and some fat woman walked past, and Jimmy goes, I gotta get a picture of her ass. And he followed her. He's just walking, because she had triple ass. You've seen double ass.
Yeah.
Big fat ass. And then in the middle somewhere, there's like a separate little, Quato on, what movie was that?
Total Recall?
Total Recall. Like Quato, another ass was coming out of her ass. And then in that ass was yet a third ass. You never see the ass hat trick on the fat broad, but there it was. 3 asses.
Yeah.
This fat chick at the airport, like, I was moving my luggage, wheeling it, and she couldn't get around, and we're bumping. And she says to me, she goes, that's a big suitcase. I go, well, you're a big lady.
You said that?
Yeah. I go, well, you're a big lady. And then I'm going up the escalator. You see where the husband pointing at me.
What were you going up?
I was going up the escalator.
Oh.
Why, what do you think I said?
I thought you said escalator. Did you say escalator?
Probably did.
Jot it down, because I know I heard it.
I can't even keep track anymore. There's so many.
The escalator.
You want to say insulation earlier, and he said installation.
Installation of the escalator.
You want to say oatmeal earlier, and he said oatmeal. And you want to say gonorrhea, but he said gondorrhea.
Gondorrhea.
I'll tell you what.
And now you're saying he said what?
I'll tell you one day. Maybe my vocabulary isn't the greatest, but I'll come in here one day and take one of those IQ tests off the internet, and I'll probably score pretty high.
Those are completely legit IQ tests.
Why aren't they legitimate? Sure. They're on the internet. They're IQ tests.
Have you taken one?
What do you mean someday? Yeah. We still have an hour and a half. Go get the test.
No, what's your IQ?
What's your excuse?
I'm tired. to take an IQ test? You know, you got to be kind
You're
of
just
like
bragging that you could do well on one of these internet IQ tests, so
Yeah.
let's do it.
What was your IQ on one you did?
What, you're tired all of a sudden you don't remember, like, who the first president was?
It's more a logic problem.
Yeah, it's logic. You know,
Like,
you got to figure them out. And
If
stuff.
this box was folded up, you know, what would it look like? If this flat piece of it was folded on the lines, what would it look like when it's done?
If you're a 15-year-old girl who isn't going to fuck you.
Logic problem.
Logic problem.
She's 15.
Dee Dee.
Good morning. How are you?
Dee Dee, we love Dee Dee. She works in Washington, D.C., and she's trying to do a talk show. Dee Dee, we'll get to you, but you could maybe help us through the segment a little bit. We're talking about Tyra Banks and her fat suit.
Okay. I didn't see the show, but okay, tell me.
First of all, we're thinking that people don't laugh at fat people.
No.
She's trying to claim that she got off a bus or something, and immediately 3 people started laughing at her. And I don't see people laughing at fat people as I go about my business.
Now, Dee Dee.
Yes?
You're cute as a button, but you're a chubby girl. Let's be honest.
She's not that bad.
I said chubby.
Big-boned.
Why are you calling her fat?
Me, I'm saying I'm skinny. Like, I wish I had a little more meat on me. People are made in different shapes and sizes, and apparently, I'm not saying anything bad because Dee Dee does great for herself. FedEx guys, counterfeiters.
No, UPS guys, not FedEx.
Oh, UPS guys,
she hates
FedEx guys.
She loves UPS.
But do you find people, like, treating you badly?
No, I think it's all about, you know what, God made us all different. You got to be happy with what he gave you.
Isn't that fantastic?
That's wonderful.
Little spiritual side of me coming out.
That's wonderful. She's still a great lay, though.
What?
She probably tries harder.
Yeah, you definitely try harder with the BJs and stuff.
You know what, I'm not going to talk about that.
Well, we hear the girls try harder if they have a few extra pounds.
I don't know. I don't buy that God makes us all different. I mean, because when you come out of the womb, you're not 400 pounds, you know.
You know what?
I'm not saying Dee Dee. I don't even know her. I'm saying people
You
in general.
are born with a body type, and then it's up to you to decide, I'm going to be on the lower side of this body type or the higher side of this body type. But then you see some of these fat people, and I look at them, I go, there's no way I could ever get that fat. If I start eating today, 5-6 meals, I couldn't do it.
You think laying on a couch for like 3 years, just eating fat food, you couldn't be the guy that needs to be taken out with a forklift?
Impossible.
It's impossible.
I think you're born with that.
Well, your metabolism.
Your metabolism is good.
I think you're born with, I'll call it a body type. I think, you could still control it to a certain extent, but there are people out there, I just look at them like, it's impossible. I could never be that size.
Well, I mean, we eat all day. You eat a lot, but you're active.
Sure.
You're
active. I'm not eating the fried foods and the desserts and stuff, but
how much you got to
steel-cut oatmeal. Wonderful stuff.
Oh, boy. Hold on. I got to add another one to the list here because the phones just went nuts. Dan in Illinois. Yes, Dan.
I'm just pointing out that Rich just said big-boned.
Yeah, it's coming in on instant feedback.
No, that's a saying. That's a black from the black neighborhood.
No, don't start
that's
using that excuse.
That's a saying. The bitch is big-boned. You
don't say boned.
Big-boned. That was the joke.
All right, boned. I'll give Rich that one.
Have any black listener
I've never heard it.
I've
never heard anybody.
I've never heard big-boned.
Please, ask any of your black listeners to call in, and they'll verify big-boned.
No, they ain't going to back you up on this one. I'm sorry.
All right, we'll see.
I've heard cheddar and all the other ones, and paper and all that. I've never heard big-boned.
Okay, watch.
Here's what they're saying about those IQ tests online. They're a scam. They make them real easy, so when they give you a score, it's high, and you can then, in quotes, buy the full IQ report and print it out. See, that's what it's all about. So then you could brag that, you have
a high IQ.
You have a high IQ.
So, there you go. All right, Dee Dee.
Yeah.
Good morning.
So we're gonna go over some audio from the Tyra Banks Fat Suit special. It was a very big deal. Everyone's talking about it. I hear she does a great job for XM on Take 5.
Hey, there you go.
There's the plug. So I don't want anyone mad at me down there in Washington for talking about Tyra.
Elo saying ovaries alive and well on Take 5.
So here we go. Let's get right into the audio.
Have you ever stared at an overweight person or sized somebody up just because they were different? Most of us have been guilty of judging somebody because they didn't dress like you, act like you. Mostly because
Every
they didn't
single
look
person out
like
there.
you. I judged. I've judged. I get thousands of heartbreaking emails and letters every day from overweight women who are the target of the last accepted form of discrimination. They actually dread going out in public because of the laughs, the stares, and the humiliation.
What's wrong with a fuel?
You may have been a victim of this. And if you haven't, I want you to imagine what it must be like to be that person. Today, I'm not just imagining it. I decided to be that woman and to go undercover by becoming 350 pounds. To experience firsthand how we as a society treat people who do not necessarily fit in. And what I learned has changed my life. I mean that. It has completely changed my life. And I'm going to share my experiences with you.
Ooh, very dramatic.
Thank you.
Very dramatic
Tyra.
opening.
What kind of award is she going to get for this, you think? Daytime Emmy?
I don't know.
What is she going to get?
She's full of shit.
Peabody Award? What do they give out?
The Peabody Award. I don't think so.
Pulitzer Prize?
Do you really openly laugh at someone that's really fat?
No.
I don't. I'll look.
Not openly.
I'll poke him with a stick, but I'm not going to laugh at him.
Let's see. I'm trying to be completely honest.
Yeah, let's take
Openly, I wouldn't laugh at them, no.
Yeah.
If you're with a group of friends and they walk by and it's ridiculous and they're maybe wearing clothing that isn't appropriate for that body type, then yeah, you're going to laugh.
But you're not going to let me make you're going to say something, go, why the fuck is she wearing that halter top when she should be wearing like a tent or something?
Yeah,
you know
I've seen fat
go,
like Puerto Rican broads around New York City that have like bellies hanging out, and they're not even considered like ridiculous 350-pound fat suit fat. They're just, overweight a little bit, and they're wearing these little halter tops and short shorts, Daisy Dukes. And, I'll laugh at that.
The juicy sweats.
But for
juicy.
Every white, fat
Smells
chick
like
is some
vinegar.
black guy that'll bang her. They just love fat white
It's the
chicks.
blonde at the laundromat with the big fat ass.
Some skinny black guy with 3 teeth. It's always a skinny black guy who's got a bunch of keys hanging from him. Like he has a 4-hour job, but he thinks he's important. He's banging her, and he's got some like half black kid running around the laundromat.
Here we go. Dee Dee, comments so far?
No, I want to hear more.
All right, here we go. Here's the first fat guest on Tyra Banks' Fat Suit Special.
Kathina doesn't even know how much she weighs because her scale only goes up to 350 pounds. And she says she constantly beats herself up for looking the way she does.
My name is Kathina. I believe that I weigh somewhere between 400 and 425 pounds. Nobody who weighs 150 pounds has an idea what it's like to live in my body. You get left behind. People act like you're invisible, like you don't exist. Sometimes I spend my whole weekends just sitting and thinking, why me? Why do I have to be the one like this? Why do I have to be fat? And why do I have to go through this? It's not easy for me. I don't want to be like this. Tyra, I'm at my wit's end. I have fought with this for a long time. I'm willing to put in all the work necessary because I'm tired of this. I can't deal with this anymore.
4 1/4 is her cutoff point where she can't take it anymore?
Yeah.
4 1/4. That's where she goes, all right, I'm ready now. I'm drawing a line.
I'm 2 pounds overweight, and I got upset the other night. At 2 pounds, I'm going, holy shit, I got to get back down to 168.
Why are you taking more seriously?
I bought a scale last night.
That's what I mean by body type. This lady, all right, so she's overeating and stuff, but it's, her body type, it could easily be 100 pounds less. Easily.
Maybe she was abused when she was a kid. They say that.
Well, yeah. But
who hasn't been abused when they were a kid?
Opie.
No, I think maybe, Oprah said...
that bullshit.
Oprah. Did you say Oprah said?
Yeah.
Oprah. What was she, fucking Masters and Johnson?
Well, I'm just saying, she's mentioned that maybe she was sexually abused when she was a child, because that happens a lot.
I
don't know.
I want one person to call up right now and say they had a perfect childhood growing up. Shut up with that abuse as a kid crap.
How about Look at the Snapple lady. Her abuse amounted to nothing more than a little sister being born.
Yeah.
And her parents maybe not giving her as much attention as she got when she was an only child.
This is what she blames.
That's what she blamed it on. She
being
cried
a fat adult
about that, and that's what she blames her eating on.
Do we have that clip still?
Is that she didn't
Somewhere?
get the attention
Might
because...
be hard to find that one. But...
You know, everyone could have an excuse.
Enough with the excuses.
Unless your uncle is ass-fucking you while shoving a Subway sandwich down your throat. Maybe that would tie into the overweight thing?
No, because you're getting rewarded. You're getting a Subway sandwich. So
It's an addiction. That's what it is.
Here's the thing, too. You know what? Okay, here...
You gotta
look
take
at some
responsibility for your own lives.
That you go out heavy, you go,
Instead of coming up with the reason why this happened, some vague, shallow reason.
Yeah, stop.
I'm just trying to figure out why she got that big.
I'm not saying I'm right. This is my view on the whole stupid thing. Let's say hi to Rocket, who says I'm wrong about something. Oh, Rocket?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey, I had a friend that he weighed probably close to 400 pounds, and I knew him for about 6 months, and a buddy of mine told me, he said, you know, he used to look like you, and I said, get the fuck out of here. And sure as shit, I saw a picture of him, and he was about 160 pounds, 6 foot tall. And he put on a shitload of weight. And
maybe he had the thyroid.
Yeah, maybe there was a medical problem, you know? I'm generalizing, obviously, but there are cases where all of a sudden you have some kind of medical problem and you gain a lot of weight because of that.
That's what happened to me, Hashimoto's disease, thyroid condition.
What?
Yes, I have Hashimoto's. They just put me on my second dose of medication.
Hashimoto's?
You got some Japanese disease?
No, it's a thyroid condition.
You have the bird flu.
You have the bird flu.
That's the bird flu.
What's
Hashimoto.
Hashimoto?
It's called Hashimoto's. It's a thyroid
Hashimoto's.
That is when your thyroid kamikazes into your voice box.
I'm serious. Look
That's where it subs kamikaze into your mouth.
Hashimoto disease.
That's what it's called.
What?
Hey, Rich, you're doing a good job today, by the way. Happy Hanukkah.
All right.
Say Hanukkah already?
Call it, what? Now, Dee.
Yes.
What's Hashimoto?
Hashimoto's. Look it up. It's a thyroid condition.
Yeah,
Google it. You can Google it.
It's also a cell phone.
I got the new Hashimoto.
Seriously, I see an endocrinologist.
The Hashimoto.
You think you would start eating with chopsticks and you wouldn't gain so much weight if you had this, you wouldn't get so much fucking food.
Hello, Hashimoto.
Get the Hashimoto.
That's the name of it. It's called Hashimoto's disease.
Hashimoto?
And I'm on a medicine called Levoxyl.
Obviously,
really?
This disease
it's a thyroid
is in Somalia.
Yeah, you know what? I will bring in pictures. When you see pictures from me from 3 years ago to now, it's a disease. It's a thyroid.
How do you catch Hashimoto?
You want to catch the Bukkake disease?
I know what that is.
Hashimoto. What now? Aren't there medications for thyroid conditions?
Yes, it's called Levoxyl. Well, I'm on Levoxyl.
So why aren't you down to?
Because it takes time.
You know they got the cure for the Hashimoto.
Really? What is that?
It's called the salad moto.
It takes. You mean
funny,
your
right?
body goes through this. I'm trying to explain it. Damn it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right.
Go ahead, explain Hashimoto.
Hey, look, Eric found a little info on the Hashimoto disease.
Hey.
What it is and how it's treated. Hashimoto's disease is a problem with your thyroid gland located in your neck.
Yeah.
The thyroid gland makes hormones that control how your body uses energy. When you have Hashimoto's disease, your immune system begins to attack your thyroid gland, causing it to become swollen and irritated. When this happens, your thyroid can't make hormones as it should. But if it's swelling up your throat area, then how the hell are you getting the food down?
Shouldn't that stop you from eating, Dr. Opie?
Shouldn't that cause anorexia?
Dr. Opie, I'm interested in reading your paper on Hashimoto disease. If your neck is swollen, how do you eat?
What are the symptoms of Hashimoto's disease? These are some of the symptoms someone with the disease may have. Because the thyroid gland may swell when you have Hashimoto's disease, you may have a feeling of fullness or tightness in your throat. You may have trouble swallowing food or liquids. Thank you, I said it!
Opie, your throat is kind of hurting. Hashimoto?
Hashimoto!
Hey, Hashimoto!
You might notice a swelling or bump called a goiter in the front of your neck.
Oh.
I don't have that.
You didn't have the goiter?
No.
Nothing sexier than a good goiter.
Do you carry a camera now?
No.
There's so many jokes about what she does have in the front of her neck, but You may experience tiredness, forgetfulness, depression, coarse, dry skin, slow heartbeat, weight gain, constipation. Dude, you got the shits?
No, constipation. It's all stuff.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. You get the cloggage. Ooh. And intolerance to cold. Wow, I have all those symptoms. What the fuck?
Yeah, what? I hate reading this. Maybe I got the Hashimoto.
I got the tiredness from time to time. Forgetfulness, sure. Depression, not as bad. Dry skin.
Every disease has all those same symptoms.
I know.
They're all the same symptoms.
Yeah.
Many people with the disease have no symptoms at all. An ordinary blood test may just show that the thyroid hormones are out of balance. All right.
So is your thyroid all balanced now?
No, it's getting balanced. They put me on my second dose. See, they start you out on the lowest dose and it builds up. It takes time.
You know what counteracts that? Cocaine.
No. Come on, you know how I am. When I get coked and liquored up, I end up married in Vegas.
Man, we've wanted to get you off the wagon so bad.
How much did you weigh before Hashimoto?
You know what? I'll send you pictures.
All right, please do.
Yeah, send me pictures, all right?
Is she a bigums?
No, she's just chunky.
Chunky?
She's a little chubby.
I like the DD.
Of course.
All right, why don't we go back to the Tyra Banks Fat Suit Special?
People have said negative things to you. Tell me what somebody said about you being a waste of oxygen.
Yeah. It actually wasn't said to me, but it was said to a close friend of mine that fat people are a waste of oxygen, that we need not exist. There's no use for us in this world. And as far as I'm concerned, a person who says something like that is just as bad as a person who's a racist. Wow. Because it's a form of bigotry.
They're both like that.
It's not worse. Exactly.
If they're both, they're filming
I'm going to talk about my experience because I think that the way people do treat people that aren't the skinniest people in the world is worse. And I've been a black woman my whole life, so I've experienced racism.
Yeah.
But
wait a minute. Hold on. I would say out of every black person on the face of this earth, Tyra Banks is on the bottom of the list for people who have experienced racism.
Right.
I would say she is there's no one below her. She was probably an adorable kid, adolescent, probably just stunningly cute, and then she grew up to be a beautiful woman. Yeah. There's no racism there. What white guy wouldn't want to bet her down? And you're always like, you'd always be trying. And she's not like black. No Angela Davis afro on her head and big,
Joanne Chesmar.
black skin. She's not coming out, whoa, Lordy, a big Aunt Jemima thing. It's nothing like that. She's a white chick with a great tan.
Did you just say bed her down? What are you, the fucking lady from Misery?
Bed her
What? Bed her down?
Bed her down.
Just bang her, you're saying.
Yeah.
Bed her down.
Better. Well, listen, Mr. Man.
Down?
No one says better down.
To bed her down.
Bed her down.
Not better.
Yeah, you're saying better down.
No, better down.
All right, well, write that down for me, Ope, and we'll keep score. And at the end of the show, if they've made numbers that go up high enough to count Rich's score.
All right, well, there's racism involved with the fact that...
I'm sure when she was a courtin', when guys were a-courting her, if I may use a term from the 1800s.
Sitting on the porch swing drinking lemonade.
Right. Maybe a mint julep.
Tyra's beyond beautiful, and I don't think
look at that picture.
Oh.
There's no racist. There's a guy in a Klan outfit tipping his pointy little fucking mask to her. She would walk down the street, he'd go, "Howdy, ma'am." There is no racism.
Look at her. If anything, you might want to just kill her because she's so hot. Not because she's black. Look how fine. Yeah. Look how beautiful that is.
Anyone who gave her shit, it's because she's too hot, not because she's black.
Yeah.
It all comes...
She's tan.
They're just intimidated.
Yeah, even the KKK can understand that she's a hot piece of ass.
Are you kidding me?
Of course.
And I think that, seriously. Your beliefs go away when you're horny, by the way.
Yeah. That's so funny you brought up Angela Davis. Do you think any of these people listening know Angela Davis? It's
only
like
through past references.
Stokey Carmichael or Eldridge Cleaver.
Hoagie Carmichael?
Stogie Carmichael. Eldridge Cleaver, Huey Newton.
All right, we're going to go back to the Tyra Banks Fat Suit Special.
Oh, look how fine.
Here's the second fat guest on the show, and I guess they have a plane story. That's when I do get annoyed.
See, now,
right. That's the only time I get annoyed, when it's,
Here's the problem with aircraft. Aircraft are made to be very light because they have to fly. So they're not built for big fat people. Every little inch of an aircraft is allotted, and the seats are made for your average person. They could be a little overweight, underweight, whatever. But when you're talking hefty people, the plane just ain't fucking built for it. It's not built for you to sit there and have someone else sitting next to you. Sorry. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, take it up with God.
Right.
He came up with these laws of gravity and stuff.
Gravity, lift, thrust.
Well, I'm just saying the gravity could because they're fat. You know, it's not going to help.
Right.
Got to be a little lighter to fly.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of makes sense, right, Ant?
Certainly does.
All right. This guy makes a great point that we've missed out on already. Rob in Chicago. Rob?
How's it going, guys?
Hey, Rob.
I just wanted to know if either you guys found it a little ironic that Tyra Banks feels so sorry, for how these fat women are treated, yet every penny that she has and everything that she's earned in her life is due to the fact that she's perpetuated this perfect body myth.
Yeah.
I mean, she'd be nothing if she were overweight. She has no idea what it's like.
Right.
And, now she's all boo-hoo.
Rob, you are brilliant.
She only knows what it's like to be a beautiful person that is just accepted everywhere she goes, talked to as a beautiful person is talked to.
She's exploiting the female form.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, but
and she could put herself in a fat suit for a week, a month, a year. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because until she's really fat and walking around, she just won't know.
If she wants to do a really brave show, she should
gain the weight.
Gain the weight, or take up the subject how a lot of young girls are emulating Tyra Banks and Tyra Banks. Excuse me.
We're all turning into Rich here today.
Tyra Banks,
Billy,
Tyra Banks, and other models. They're trying to get as thin as possible and stuff.
Yeah.
Because they see Tyra Banks in the magazines and stuff. That would be a brave show to take on that subject.
Did you see those two ladies? The old ones are like 40 or 50, and they're anorexic. They're like 40 pounds each.
Dude.
Did you see that?
Ask Lindsay next time you see her. They're doing this on, what show is it?
I don't know.
Not Entertainment. They're all the same show. The Insider?
Yeah. I don't know. I just saw them. It was
the one that Kathy Lee Gifford's now on. They're, and they're doing it because we're just gawking, Where are they, in London?
Skeletons, the bags of bones.
Can we get that audio? That's, another thing I missed out on.
Yeah.
I should have told you guys. Rich is not kidding. They're like 45 pounds, Ant. They're twins. I openly laugh when I see this on TV.
Oh, it's just got people in Auschwitz going, look how unhealthy they are.
They have coffee and cigarettes for lunch. And what do they have for dinner?
I couldn't listen or watch. After I saw them for like a minute, I go...
They went into their cupboard, their kitchen, because they live together. None of the appliances are plugged in because they have no use for it.
Don't need them.
And then their cupboard had I think it was a can of beans or something. One of the most healthiest things you could get in a can. And she's like, I don't eat that because it has 2 grams of fat.
What do they eat?
I don't remember.
They have to eat something. Even anorexics
like a
have
salad
to,
or something.
Baking soda.
What do they?
Oh, it's great though.
Water,
air parmesan.
Actually, it is.
I mean, that's just as bad.
It is Stokey and not Stogie. Adam.
Stokey.
Hey, midget digits. It's Stokey Carmichael, not Stogie Carmichael.
I said Stokey. That's what I said. Stokey.
Well, we'll have to wait for the replay. All right, here's the rest of that racist comment. Fat and racism, pretty similar.
So I've experienced racism, but the discrimination that I felt when I went out and put on the weight was a totally different thing and was way worse than being a black woman.
Way worse? No. It's way worse than being a beautiful model black woman. Beautiful model black woman.
Why don't you try to change things, gain 25, 30 pounds, and still walk the runways?
Yeah.
You got a lot of power now. Why don't you try to change how we look at people that are a little overweight there, Tyra?
When I got on the flight, the captain and the stewardess were looking me head to toe, which made me very uncomfortable. And
happens
then,
when she's not in the fat suit.
They just told her to watch me throughout the flight, my flight attendant.
So watch you throughout the flight?
Yes.
Why would they say to watch you?
If I were to lift my armrest or take my seatbelt off at any time during the flight, I was to be charged at the next airport.
For another seat?
For another seat.
If you were to lift your armrest?
Yes. I just want to say that my children
Wait.
That's hilarious.
Wait. I got a problem already.
You lead it.
I got a problem already.
Come on.
Charge her with another seat as she spills into the other seat. First of all, how does she get through security?
Trying to do honest TV. Well, you gotta question that. That's just hilarious.
Dude, airport security?
Right.
Doesn't see her in a fake fucking suit?
No, this is another guest on our show talking about how she was on a plane.
Real fat people?
Yeah,
I thought she took a little test
No,
and
we're
took
not
a
at
flight.
that. We're not at that point yet. This is just
like... Jesus Christ, help me out here.
How funny is that? I gotta start this.
Yeah, let me hear it again then.
Yeah, listen to this. I'm sorry.
Maybe I'll listen.
It says second fat guest on the show talking about an experience she had on a plane.
When I got on the flight, the captain and the stewardess were looking me head to toe, which made me very uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. And then they just told her to watch me throughout the flight, my flight attendant.
So watch you throughout the flight?
Yes.
Why would they say to watch you?
If I were to lift my armrest or take my seatbelt off at any time during the flight, I was to be charged at the next airport.
What? For another seat?
For another seat.
If you were to lift your armrest?
Yes. I just want to say that my children were sitting next to me, and
It's okay. Fucking hemoglobin.
I want you to take me back to the airplane because you were angry. And by every means you were angry, and you sued them, and you won.
Yes, I did.
You won.
Oh, yeah. Great.
My children were sitting next to me.
Well, 3 little weebles sitting in their fucking seats.
Mommy, I'm upset. Can I have some of the snacks you packed for the ride?
First things first, write down hemoglobin.
See, you don't have to pay if you lift up your fucking arm thing.
If you're fat, you do, because then you spill into the other seat.
But if there's nobody next to you, that seat is you can lay down. So you're saying that everybody that lays down a plane, you got to fucking pay just because fatties rolls, or if the seat's not there.
Are they sitting there with a clipboard just waiting for you to lift up the arm?
Look, I don't know if she's saying her children were sitting next to her on one side, or there's an empty seat on the other
like
side.
There's an empty seat.
Or somebody maybe sitting next to her. You know, whatever. You don't want to be subjected to that. To somebody lifting up. Imagine a fat person like that sitting next to you on the plane and they lift up the armrest.
Yeah.
And now you're inconvenienced by being squished over. Your headphone jack is plugged into her belly button because you're trying to fucking lift her fat up. And
you think that little armrest is stopping the fat from going on top and under it and touching you?
A little stress on that thing.
There's still the fat is coming at you from every angle. So there's 3 inches of fat not touching you where the armrest is.
It's like trying to hold mercury.
Yeah. Just kind of keep it in one place.
Dee Dee, any comments yet?
No, I don't get why she would be. If she was sitting next to her kids, she said, right?
Yeah, I would.
Well, how could she be?
I would be the tattletale telling the stewardess, and then the stewardess would walk over, put the armrest back down, fat.
Put it down, or we're charging. And of course, the pilot looked her over until she sat down, so he knows which aileron he's got to hold down for the entire fucking flight. What plane goes into a barrel roll?
What is aileron?
Aileron?
Yeah.
That's what banks the plane, Opie. If fatty is on the right side, you're going to have to give it a little aileron. And keep that right side up a little bit, a little down on the right side aileron.
And how the hell do you know that?
Actually, Discovery Wings.
Forget Aristotle and fuck Socrates. Here comes Professor Anthony.
Waiting for Bill Burr to say,
well, Anthony, you're smart.
Why did I learn everything from Discovery Channel? Ruin that bit.
Hey, Dee Dee?
Yeah, Anthony's a smart guy.
Thank you, Dee Dee.
And Opie is...
Smart, too.
No, I'm not as smart as Anthony. Help me out. Opie is...
I don't know.
I
don't know.
At...
What?
He's good at...
You're good at a lot.
Oh.
I can't pinpoint it.
She can't quite pinpoint it. She can't quite zero in on it.
Yeah,
but it's there, and there's a lot of it, whatever it is.
That's the problem with most of the listeners of this show. So thank you, Dee Dee.
You're welcome.
Good at a lot.
Yeah.
I'm smart, too, aren't I?
All right, here we go. Here's another clip from the Tyra Banks Fat Suit special. Here it is. Tyra finally in her fat suit, stepping off the bus for the first time.
I wanted to get out on the street in an area that I know is very prejudiced against people that are 20 pounds overweight. And I was like, you know what? I want to go out 200 pounds heavier and see how people react to me. Because I'm the same person underneath. Same personality, same everything. You won't believe the way that people outright treated me. The looks, the stares, the laughing, the pointing. I was shocked.
Wow, she just blew it. She knows of areas where they are very, very critical.
Prejudice against fat people.
Yeah, obviously, she hangs out in these areas a lot and has no problem with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called
I never knew. She knew.
I had no clue.
And then she kind of bashes herself. She said she goes out in the fat suit, and she's still the same person, still the same personality, and she's getting shit. Well, maybe her beauty is covering up the fact that people think you're a fucking asshole, but they don't treat her like an asshole because she's skinny. And then when she's fat and doesn't have the beauty to fall back on, her true personality stinks. That could be.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Here we go, another clip.
Because I know a lot of people that are this weight. I personally know them, and you never see them eat. And it's like, when do they eat? And it's probably because they're embarrassed to be judged, that people are thinking, why are they eating? Not why are they eating that, but why are they eating?
She knows all these people.
Yeah.
She personally knows a lot of people this size. Really?
No, she doesn't.
How many she hang out with? You know, they all hang. They run in their hot packs.
And this,
you know,
and this hiding and eating when no one's looking. If you have if you're at dinner or lunch with someone that's overweight, and they're ordering a reasonable meal in front of you, you're not laughing.
Oh.
You're like, okay, look, you're trying to do something about it, right?
If they are eating a lot,
The fact is, they don't want to eat all the crap in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fat people do that a lot. They'll eat regular in front of you, and then they'll run home and, you know, rape a buffet or something and binge, you know.
Not unless they have Hashimoto's.
Hashimoto.
Hashimoto.
And I do want to say, you know, since I found out, I have a trainer, Laurent. He's sexy, and it keeps me going.
You have a personal trainer?
Yes, I do. His name is Laurent.
What are they paying you over there at XM?
I do voiceovers, too, on the side, remember?
Oh, that's right.
And what does he make you do?
Everything. You know what? I should have him. I'll let you talk to him. He'll tell you.
Do you do a lot of chin-ups?
I do a lot of stuff. I do everything. He works you.
You do the girly push-ups on your knees?
Oh, yeah.
Shut up. I do real push-ups.
Oh. Does he work you so hard that you have to go, oh, it stings?
I have to shower. I stink.
Oh, I always take a shower after I work out because you're all sweaty and
All right. I was mentally exhausted, Tyra says in this clip. Let's listen in.
I'm used to people noticing me since I was like 18 years old. So I tuned that out, but I couldn't tune this out. This was a whole different type of stare. This was like a rude stare, and this was a like I wasn't a real person stare.
You're in a rubber suit.
How many people were staring? After so many hours of living this experiment, it was taking a toll on me. But I knew that at the end of the day...
Oh, my God. This is way too dramatic for me.
So dramatic.
It was
taking a toll on me.
How spoiled are you? You can't wear a fat suit for one afternoon?
Yeah, put anyone else in a fat suit and they walk around and go, people looked at me weird, other people ignored me, whatever. That's what happened. It's taking its toll. See, I'm so used to being beautiful 24 hours a day and just gawked over for my beauty that this was really fucking me up.
What she was seeing was a lot of looks that we all get. You don't have to be fat. It's just the look of an average-looking person.
There it is.
This is what we deal with every day there, Tyra.
Yeah.
You're so hot that people look at you like they can't believe what they're seeing. They're not looking because you're in a fat suit. They're like, look, another regular person.
Everyone's got their cross to bear. I mean, shit. Rich?
Or maybe they're just...
When you had that, the hair?
Yeah.
With the Jerry curl?
Yeah, people
probably stared at that.
Yeah, because I was different.
I had my big afro. Mm-hmm. Walk around with a big Cyrano de Bergerac zit on my nose. You know, you walk around, people look.
And I once had a pimple.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Date? What date?
I was senior in high school.
Wow.
Would you put vinegar on it?
Yeah. That was the home remedy.
You know why they were staring at her? Maybe because she had this fat suit on, but her little skinny, pretty face.
Nah, they made her face all chubby.
They did that too?
Yeah, it looked like they did an all right job.
Yeah, they put
Many hours of living this experiment, it was taking a toll on me. But I knew that at the end of the day, I could take this suit off. Others can't. The makeup artist Todd, earlier in that day, told me that I looked beautiful, even with all of the extra layers of flesh on my face. I honestly felt great when he told me this. I wish he could tell millions of women in America the same thing. I walked back to the bus to prepare for the last part of the experiment. And I was mentally exhausted.
Oh, God. I was mentally exhausted. No, you weren't.
The next clip, Nathaniel? This is set up?
Yeah, this is just her coming back from that video segment you just heard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and there is a little dead air at the start, and you'll hear why.
Oh boy. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope we can handle this. This could be very dramatic.
I was so hurt, you guys. And I know it's probably strange for you to comfort me, but I was so hurt. When I walked down a street, Robertson Boulevard, here in Los Angeles, that I have walked down 1,000,000 times. And the first I stepped off that bus and I saw 3 people turn around, stare at me, start pointing and start laughing in my face. And the thing that hurt me even more, and I can say this to you, was that they were black people.
Oh.
Yeah. And I was like,
of course.
We're black.
Sometimes your own people treat you the worst.
The worst.
And I don't get that.
God damn, look at that fat bitch. God damn, look at that fat bitch over there. God damn.
Wow.
Oh, she's the producer. Cry. You gotta cry.
Yeah. You guys. They want all these fat housewives that are in the audience to feel sorry for her.
Yeah.
She's now out of her fat suit.
Sorry.
That she had to wear for what, 4 hours, maybe 6 hours? And now she's looking for sympathy from the fat audience.
I had to cover
you guys
these perfect tits
right.
for what seemed like hours, but it was like minutes. But I had to cover them. This perfect ass was covered in a fat suit, and people laughed at me.
I couldn't even see my own vagina.
My own beautiful, tight vagina.
Now had a bunt covering it. I didn't know what to do.
Doesn't it take away from her emotional breakdown there when she goes, you guys.
You guys.
You guys.
I know I'm really hot right now, but this was really uncomfortable.
Oh.
We're off the air. Get those fatties out of here.
Yeah. All right, fatties out.
Bring the cripples in.
Book me a table. She's making reservations at another one of the exclusive restaurants that the fatties will never see. They can't even get access to the dumpster out back to eat the food.
She starts to cry.
Yeah.
And black people made fun.
And they were black people. Of course. Black people love making fun of people.
Black people are the kings of making fun of people.
Stop.
You think it's whitey. It's not.
You'd be surprised if it was white people, because white people are so guilt-ridden that they would look. If it was a white fat woman, they'd laugh their ass off, but a black fat woman, they're probably just like, no, I won't do it.
They probably walk up to her and say,
nice.
Can you watch my kids or something on the side? Black people are ruthless to each other.
Of course.
Are you kidding me?
Nigga, that bitch is a fat ass motherfucking fat God damn, that's a fat ass bitch.
Dee, comment?
No, I just the emotional part.
Yeah, very emotional.
Were you affected by that?
No.
Oh, good. Good to hear. Oh, boy. So now you got Tyra. What's wrong?
I have to do traffic soon.
For where?
I've been on with you guys over a half hour.
Chicago?
Chicago, Minnie, and
Chicago.
Chicago, yeah.
Minneapolis and Pittsburgh, too.
Well, there's a lot of cars to get through today.
Yeah. On the Dan Ryan.
On the Dan Ryan.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to have to talk about your show concept tomorrow, I guess.
Okay, I will do that.
Yes,
we love you, and I hope you're all right with that Hachimoto.
I'm
Hachimoto.
What is it again?
Hashimoto.
Huh?
I'm doing the right thing. I'm on medicine, and I'm doing the right thing.
When did you go on the medicine?
About 5-6 months ago.
Oh, okay, so it's relatively recent.
Right. See, I had a fight with one of my doctors, though, and I changed doctors because I knew something was wrong. Cause
Karate
I don't...
chop?
What?
Nothing.
Hey, do you know where we can get a Cadillac door?
And some of that penicillin?
Hashimoto's is Colovoxyl.
All right.
Hashimoto.
Dee, you're an ongoing story, so we'll check in with you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
Have a groovy one.
You do a great job, okay?
So you guys rock.
Say hi to everyone down there in Washington.
I will.
I hear everyone's getting fired, though.
No, they're not.
Oh, are you kidding me? We get the communiques.
Who?
What?
Nobody's getting fired.
Oh, maybe I get the fun communiques and no one else gets them. I get some great ones.
She got Hashimoto, now she's a fatso.
It's a serious disease. Like, if you don't
Can we get Roboto on for a second? Yeah, well, I think we can do a little better than that.
Hashimoto.
You guys, that's a serious illness if you don't know you have
Serious?
it.
Never heard of it.
Well, it's out there, and a lot of people have it.
They do.
Yeah.
You are the first person I've ever heard with the Hashimoto disease.
I'll let you speak to my endocrinologist, too.
We've been doing radio a long time. You would think we would have heard of the Hashimoto.
The Miyagi.
It's very common in women more so than in men.
Between the ages of 35 and 50, by the way.
35 and 50, so it's late, a little later in life.
Yeah.
The thyroid starts screwing up. And then, how did you know you had a problem?
Because I knew because I knew I was gaining weight for some reason, and then I told my one doctor, and they're like, oh, it's just stress. I said, no, it's not, because I'm not overeating. I'm not doing anything different. Something's wrong with my body. I knew, so I went to a different doctor. They did a blood test, sent me to an endocrinologist because it showed up on the blood test that I had Hashimoto's, and the endocrinologist started me on my meds. And now I'm a lot better than what I was over a year ago. And I have a great, sexy trainer that keeps me going. you guys would like him, Laurent. He's
all right,
cool.
we're listening to the Hashimoto
I've
song.
Eat it.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. It's a serious disease.
Whatever.
Hashimoto.
But you know what? At least now I know I have it, and I'm doing something about it. That's the main thing.
Thank God.
That's wonderful.
You can't sit in your pity.
No.
All right.
You don't see monsters, do you?
In my throat.
We might have to write a song parody. It's been a while.
Oh, God.
We might have to actually write a song parody for the Hashimoto disease.
No, Jesus.
Oh, we could do it to the other one. My disease is Japanese. My disease is Japanese. I really think so. It's Hashimoto.
Well, see, I taught you guys something new today.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
How many calories you take in on a day?
I take an average, everybody, 1,000, I guess.
No way.
1,200, yeah.
1,200?
The normal.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're not you don't go home and open up some cookies.
No, I'm not a binge eater. It's a disease. The thyroid really does fuck your body up if it's not working right.
Yeah.
How many shots of sperm do you take in a
Okay, I gotta go do traffic.
All right, there's
Go do some traffic.
She used to be known as the cricket, right? Or cricket?
I don't want to talk about that.
Why? We like the cricket.
I like the cricket too, but now I am on your show, so I can't be the cricket.
She can't be cricket.
I understand that because that was on XM Kids, right?
Right.
And you're not noticing that there's a lot of new faces down there in Washington?
No.
Really?
Wow, really?
And why do we get these communiques from Elo and he says stuff like, from this moment on, do not even acknowledge this person exists?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Elo's like a samurai.
Yeah.
I haven't met the new people. Maybe they're hiding.
Oh, really? All right, hold on. I'm making a transaction.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, you guys have a good one. I gotta go do traffic.
Yo, man, what you need? What you need, man? I got what you need.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm learning that some of the people that work here have a lot of side jobs. All right, thank you, Dee Dee.
You have a good one.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hashimoto.
Hashimoto.
That's how they say goodbye to her. Hashimoto.
How do you pull out the Hashimoto done to Mr. Roboto? That's
Hashimoto.
That's quite good. All right, here we go. So the video was Tyra, and then she comes back from the video crying to the studio audience and looking for some sympathy. And, well, a second fat guest on the show has to now tell Tyra how great she is.
Of course.
Thank you.
Does anyone have a copy of the show? Now I got to watch it.
Of course.
She's sitting there looking all hot, and there's a fat slob on the stage, and now the fat slob has to help her out.
I hate to interrupt you, but the first thing I want to say to Tyra is I was very skeptical about coming on the show. I didn't know why you would do a story like this. I thought she can take her suit off, you know.
Yeah.
Why would I want to go talk to a supermodel
Get ready to turn on the
about
clap
my
sign.
fat? I'm sorry. But the fact that I came here and saw you and saw your true compassion, and the fact that you were hurt when you got put in a situation like this really hurt me, that you had to go through that day.
You dope.
And I just wish that everybody could understand and just back off a little, because
Get ready to cue audience.
an overweight person beats themselves up enough. We don't need you to beat us up too. It's a daily thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Back off.
Tyra.
We have to back off.
You know, no one's saying anything
Get
about
near that ass.
when Tyra got off the bus. She did it right in front of the Apollo. That's why they were.
All right, we got 2 more clips. Now there's a third guest. That's a bit on the heavy side. And I guess she's talking about how guys think fat girls are easy.
Society in general expects women to fit inside this box. This package is supposed to be defined on what a woman's supposed to look like. And when you don't fit inside that box, people treat you differently. They treat you poorly because you're not what they expect a woman to be.
Of course you don't fit.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point, too. Jim in Ohio. Jim.
Yo.
Hey.
Hey. See, I got to call Bravo Sierra on this, okay? Because I think, consider, when she was out by herself, she had to have at least a camera crew, a sound guy, and a fucking producer going around with her. So I'm thinking all the people are looking at all these people surrounding her and thinking this has got to be some kind of stunt.
Was it hidden camera, though? I didn't see it.
I don't
Seems
know.
to me like the only way it works is if it's hidden camera.
Yeah, well, that's the way it's supposed to work. But, I mean, you know as well as I do that you see somebody walking around the street with a camera crew surrounding them, you know that that people are just thinking it's some kind of stunt, like Jimmy Kimmel or something like that, or what's that, Jiminy Glick or something, you know?
Right, right. All right, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Sure.
Society in general expects women to fit inside this box. This package is supposed to be defined on what a woman's supposed to look like. And when you don't fit inside that box, people treat you differently. They treat you poorly because you're not what they expect a woman to be. I mean, especially in Southern California, a lot of men see a plus-size woman as being easy, and the reason behind that is because they figure because we're bigger, we're going to have low self-esteem, and we're just going to be grateful for whatever attention a man might give us, and so we're just going to take whatever it might be, which is usually the scraps.
So they think you're easy, like you're just going to give it up.
Well,
faster than
we
a
should
skinny
appreciate
girl.
the fact that they're even taking the time to give us...
No matter what he looks like or whatever.
Right. That is just a little something
Wow.
coming our way, so we should take it and be happy.
Who would be easier to bang? The fat broad or Tyra Banks? That's all I'm saying. Both of them are in a bar. You're given an equal situation.
Yeah.
You're a good-looking guy. You walk up to either of them. Give your best shot. You're a player. You're good at what you do, your lines. You go up to Tyra, and you go up to the fat broad. Who do you think you're going to be banging and feeding later in the evening?
And who are you going to be thinking about while you're banging the other one?
Who are you going to be trying to sneak out of your apartment before sunrise? I wonder. It's known. It's a fact. Fat chicks are looser. They are looking for a little more of that attention, the love that they're not getting from society.
Can we get some fat girls to call the show?
And their cock blocks.
Use a fake name and tell us.
Come on, fat whores, give us a call.
And use a fake name, fake city, and tell us, if you're easy or not because you're fat.
Because you're fat.
Nathaniel?
Yes, I just wanted to say before going to the next track, which is Tyra talking about her dates.
She had dates?
Yeah, she went on dates with the fat suit, but the audio kind of stinks because it's like hidden camera mic stuff.
Hidden mic.
So they had to subtitle everything. So she just kind of gives a brief rundown of each of the 3 dates right now.
So should we do this or what?
It's just,
What were the guys like?
They were fairly normal. One was sort of a Mediterranean type.
Yeah.
And he was actually the most rude. He was like, she's saying, as you can imagine, it's very hard for me. It's like, I don't need to imagine, actually.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah. But, and she was like, what if you take me back to my parents, or to your parents? They'd ask, and he's like, they'd ask me what's wrong with me.
Of course. And that's anybody. That's 99% of anyone's family. If you dragged home some 350 pounds she was going as? A 350-pound woman, and brought her to, say, Thanksgiving dinner at a family event, anything, and said, I'd like to introduce you to, my new girlfriend, but everyone would be asking you, dude, what the fuck?
I tell the famous story. I went out on a date with a Jewish broad.
Jew broad in this day and age.
Met her in college, and she was a friend of someone that was on my floor.
Come on, Hendry.
At the dorm. We kind of hit it off back in the summer of 69.
69.
I don't know.
It was the summer of love.
So then I go back to Long Island for the summer, and I call up this Jew broad.
Yeah.
And I go over to take her to, a movie or something, maybe a couple drinks, and I walk into the house. And I walk into the living room, and a stereotypical Jewish mom. It was the middle of the day, beautiful day, sunny. She's in a bathrobe, hair all up in curlers.
Did she ask you to button up your shirt to cover the cross at the door before you went in?
Where's my cross today? And then she I swear to God, I was drinking a martini and doing her nails. It was like, you got to be kidding me. I walk in and say hi because she's like, I want you to meet my mom. So I go in there, and she introduces me to her mom. I swear to you, she looked at me, realized that I wasn't Jewish.
Oh. How would she know?
Look at me.
From the SS tattoos.
Realized I wasn't Jewish. Gave me the once-over, the up and down, and turned and started doing her nails and watching TV. Didn't even acknowledge that I was in the room. Didn't even nod. And the daughter left the room with me, so uncomfortable it wasn't even funny. Her own mother
made her pretty uncomfortable.
Made her very uncomfortable.
I never went out with a Jew broad.
But it goes back to what Ann's saying. It's what it's not about being fat or whatever. It's your parents or whoever expect a certain person you're going to bring home. I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
and if it's not within those parameters, of course they're not going to be too polite. Maybe they will to your face, but then behind the scenes they won't.
One of my girlfriend's mothers was so prejudiced against Italians. Like every Italian was in the mob, a criminal of some sort, and it was very uncomfortable. And she was a fat, just slob. It was scary because all the daughters were like hot. They're all skinny and everything, and the mother was just fat, so you kind of knew where things were going to end up in the future. But I used to work at a bakery, and I'd bring her bread. I'd bring her French bread, Italian bread, rolls, everything, and just kept feeding this fat woman so she would, like me a little more than anybody else that was Italian.
She started calling you Gilbert.
Yeah. Sarah just hung
Wonderful.
up. Sarah was 300 pounds, and she wanted to say on this program today that she would never go out with a fat guy.
Wow.
And she hung up. I guess she couldn't wait.
The fat chicks can get screwed by the skinny guys. There's the chubby chasers. Fat chick goes to a bar. That bar clears out where, there's no more game left. She's the only fat zebra at the watering hole. The lion's going to fucking rip her throat out. It's just going to happen. But if you're just some fat slob guy sitting at a bar, there could be the most heinous chick sitting there. Ain't going to happen.
You're sitting there with your XM O&A shirt and your fat guy at the bar.
Comb over.
I used to have a mattress I used to keep out in the garage. And
sexy boss story coming up.
In case I got a fat girl. I couldn't bring her in front of my roommates.
In the garage?
Yeah, we didn't park.
No, we're going to the Villz suite. This is where I bring my special girls.
Patrice O'Neill, who will be in tomorrow and the rest of the week, he said that he had a mattress down in the basement of his apartment.
He is the fat person.
But he would bring the ugly broads and the fat girls down to the basement where they had like a cot or a mattress.
Yeah, we had a basement.
Patrice has personality. Personality goes a long way.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah. See, and his chick, I was flabbergasted at the Halloween party. He was always talking about his girl and how, he's like, yeah, she's nice, she's cute. You brought her in. It was like, holy shit. Girl's beautiful.
Good-looking gal.
Yeah. And then me and Patrice were talking relationship issues and stories and just, what he thinks is a good relationship and stuff like that backstage at the Halloween thing. And worlds apart. I am on Mercury. He is on fucking Pluto somewhere. And I had no... He just treats her in a way that he sees as good. I don't know whether just for him or for the couple or everything, but he treats her and he thinks it's fine. I let her go out. I can't make her think that I'm really into it too much, but I let her go out and do these things, and, you gotta... Some of the shit he was bringing up, I was just stunned. It's like, maybe that's a black thing, too, that I'm just not getting.
Yeah. All right. Why don't we go to break with a Stephen Lynch song that ties this whole thing
I love something that ties.
Yes, this is a fine little song from Stephen Lynch, good friend of the show. Check this out.
I'm going to bring a friend of mine to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Tyke. We're going to do a couple songs for you. Wow, thank you for that smattering of applause. What a great crowd. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to mess up your seating right there, sir. And it's all captured on tape. Yep. This is a song for the guys. She got a smile, yeah, she got a smile, and she's flashing it right at me. She got a wink across the bar, and I know that it's meant to be. She got a walk, ooh, she walking over, and I know it could be my day. She got a friend, ooh, she's got a friend, while she's standing in her way. It's a big fat friend. Oh God, there's always big one fat friend to spoil my fucking fun. Now baby, if it's boots you wanna knock, leave your chubby friend at home because she's gonna block the car. Now I'm afraid of no man with any I'll contend, but I cannot compete with your big fat friend. So big fat friend, we meet again. You won't leave her alone. You roll your eyes, make sarcastic comments while you're sucking on that chicken bone. But that's okay, you think you won the battle, but I tend to disagree. See, I know you and your Achilles heel, and he's standing next to me, my non-discriminating friend. So what that you're a cow, non-discriminating friend, I'll nail you anyhow. I know that he's no looker and he's had a couple rounds, but with every shot of Jaeger, hey, you lose a couple pounds. Now baby, bring the evening to an end. Just you and me and my pal and your big fat friend.
Like sand through the hourglass, so is the Owen virus.
I'll tell you, I've had like horrible potty training stories. I had one with my daughter. When my first daughter, my daughter's like 21 now, but when she was young, I guess how old are you when you're potty training? You're almost two years old.
Depends on the chromosomes.
Right. But she's my wife was really into the potty training, and read all the books, and you have to, after she pees or shits in the potty, we all had to applaud, and everybody was around. It's a big deal. She's just about potty training, and my wife says, I was going out one day, and she says, you take her with you. So I have this baby in the car seat, and she's just a little girl, a little baby, and we're out someplace, and she says to me, Dad, I have to go potty. And my heart, I get heart palpitations. I'm thinking I can't go in a public restroom. I can't sit her down. And where am I going to take her? I can't go in the men's room, and I don't want her to sit down. I can't go in the ladies' room. I don't want her to sit down in the men's room. So I said, honey, can you hold it? Is there any way to hold it? And she goes,
you know, the baby.
Yeah, yes. She goes, I'll try, Daddy, because she could see the horror in my eyes. She goes, I'll try, Dad. So I put her in the car, and I put her in the car seat, and we're driving down the Ventura Freeway. I live in Los Angeles. We're driving down the Ventura Freeway, and she goes, from the back seat, I hear, Daddy, I can't hold it. I go, okay, honey, we'll pull off here, and we'll go to the gas station or something. She goes, no, I can't hold it. I go, okay, fine. So we pull over to the side of the freeway, the side of the Ventura Freeway, this public freeway, and I pull out, and there's like hedges on the side of the freeway there. So I get her out, I unbuckle her from the car seat, and I put her in my arm, and I go over to the hedges, and I take one step over the hedges, and I don't realize it's a gully, it's a ravine.
Oh, my God.
So I step, and I slip on my back, I fall on my back, and I start hurtling down this mountain, down the side of the Ventura Freeway, and I'm holding the baby, I'm coddling her on my side, she's screaming, I'm yelling, the twigs are breaking, there's mud, my pants rip, it cuts my ass, and I end up at the bottom of this gully in this horrible, like infested kind of wet puddle, and I'm bleeding, and I'm in this gully, and I'm holding the baby, and she's crying, and I kind of stand up, and I hold her in front of me, and she goes, I gotta go, I gotta pee. I go, okay, all right, and I look, my wife had put her in some sort of like a jumpsuit kind of thing, so I unbuckle the thing, and I pull it down around her ankles, and I'm holding her up by the armpits in front of me, and I go, okay, honey, go, and she goes, I can't, I'm gonna pee on my pants, I'm gonna pee because her legs are down below, and this is the first daughter, I've never really, I grew up with brothers and everything. I said, okay, all right, just put your feet up on my shoulders, up on my neck. I'm holding her in front of me, like face to face. Put your feet up on my neck, and then I figure, your legs are out toward me, and then you'll pee down into this.
I saw this, you'd be shot, by the way.
Right. So her feet are up on my neck, and I go, okay, go. Well, I didn't know that. It seems like with the vagina that whatever way your feet are aiming is what way the fluid goes. So she goes, and then all of a sudden it's in my face. She's pissing in my face, my fucking mouth. In my mouth. I'm screaming like a woman. And my ass is bleeding. I'm standing in a puddle of this is for a guy who didn't want to go into a public bathroom. Right. And I start to scream, and she's screaming, and it's all over her clothes. And she goes, I got it on my clothes. Her fucking clothes. It's in my fucking mouth. So I'm trying to be a good dad, and I take off the bottom of her pants, and now she's naked, and my hands are covered in the mud and the blood. So now it's all over her, and I'm filled with piss. She's filled with piss, and I try to climb the hill. Now I'm climbing the hill, and it's mud, and I get up like five steps, and then I slide back down the hill, and she's crying, and I'm almost crying, and I can't breathe, and my heart, I think I'm going to have a heart attack. Finally, after it seems like an eternity, I get up on the freeway, and I come through the hedges like 500 feet from where my car is, and I'm standing there, and I'm bleeding, and I'm covered in mud. She's crying, and there's piss, and there's blood, and a car slows down, and I got a naked little girl out of the hedges, and the car slows down, and pulls down his window and goes, Are you Howie Mandel?
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
What is this? I don't know, that's kind of cool, though. A little different. Guys, an announcement for the hardcore fans. For the ones that spread the virus on a daily basis for us. The O&A virus spreading across America thanks to XM Satellite Radio. We're doing a end-of-the-year best-of show. Mm-hmm. Actually, it's not really end of the year. It's like the best bits we've done since coming to Satellite Radio.
Yes.
And at the end of the year, for like 2 weekends in a row, we're just going to blast them all out, man. I mean, it's going to be like a 12, 16-hour show on both days. We're going to spend a lot of time on this. So I guess they're getting an email address, an email link. It's going to be added to the website today, opieandanthony.com. And then you, as the fine, faithful listener, the hardcore fans of this program, we need your help. You got to vote for your favorite O&A bits since we came to XM Satellite Radio, okay? Not for the year, for the entire time we've been on XM. You can vote for your favorite listener promo, Ramon promos. You can do little special categories, your favorite Ramon bit, maybe.
I hear there's a new Ramon promo.
Is there?
A Christmas one.
A Christmas Ramon?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that email link will be up on opieandanthony.com later today. Make sure you vote in the next week or two, because we're going to throw the whole special together. It's going to be really good.
If you don't vote, you have no right to complain about what you're hearing.
Exactly. What is the best bit we've done since coming to XM Satellite Radio?
The one where Anthony I was on the phone driving with Norton, and you were going.
Oh,
Pookie.
You like that one with
That's so funny. I got it.
and
it's so funny.
Yeah, that was fun to do.
That's probably I would rank that at number 29.
Yeah, around the it's at like 20.
It'll make the list, buddy.
Coming in at number 29.
All right, here's the latest Ramon.
Rich Voss on the phone.
Here's the latest Ramon bit from good old Steve.
And now, another holiday reading from Charles Dickens' immortal classic, A Christmas Carol. When Scrooge awoke, it was so dark that looking out of bed he could see meddling carolers every bloody year. Bah, humbug. Ramon, fetch the nail gun.
Hey, Steve. Perfect timing.
Fetch the nail gun.
Yeah. The carolers are very intrusive this year.
Right. And the nail gun. I like it. Don't get me wrong.
You don't have to like it.
The setup was good. The production was great. Oh, do they love fucking with you when you walk in?
At least I'm expecting it now, so it doesn't throw me. What a prick, Travis. Thank you.
Travis, of course.
Thank you.
I like it. The thing is, anticlimactic. I'm not. Like, I was expecting to hear like a...
Yeah, I was hoping to hear
like a shot or two.
Gunfire. But that blatantly goes against the rules.
The rules of the last thing should be Ramon.
I
forgot that it has a whole structure.
Yeah.
To this,
Jim and I in California had an in-depth discussion of how a Ramon promo is constructed, and the last thing you hear is Ramon task.
Whatever.
And Ramon is not referenced beforehand. Ramon is not alluded to beforehand.
Yeah.
Open the door, blam, 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 blam. Ramon, go get the body bags. Or Ramon, go get the shop vac.
Isn't that weird? We're actually telling him it should have been more violent.
Ramon, get the ice scraper.
Because I can violent these things up.
I'm sure you can.
Exactly. I can make these, I can have entrails dripping off the walls. But, I'm really trying to leave a little bit of mystery in there. A little bit.
I like it.
Yeah, we love it.
I mean, I could have done cauldrons of hot lead or wax. I was drifting that way, too.
He's got a big castle.
He does.
Drop the hot cauldron.
He does. I'm saving those. Saving those. The task just sounded a little bit lengthy, so I tried to keep it lean.
Why is Voss leaving for a phone call?
It's one of his best impressions. It's Jimmy Norton. He's doing, and it's uncanny, isn't it?
I love how our comedian friends just show us what their priorities are all about.
That's great.
What's that?
Who's calling you?
I had to take a dump for 2 fucking hours. I sat here and sucked it up, literally.
No, it said
he
blocked
hang out. He had a football in his colon, and he still
It
hung
said
in there.
blocked ID, so I thought last time I was on the show, someone called me with a threat. I thought it might be the same person calling me with a
threat.
Yeah.
What? It
was a threat that
Was it like Judah?
No, something to do with like if you say this or that, something of yours personal might show up on a message board or something. Like it's here's the call. Let's see if it's the same
it's
person.
something you. Like there's
hello?
anything that anyone could print about Voss that he wouldn't just brag about.
Right, of course. Michelle in Colorado.
I know.
Yeah.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
Are you mad at us?
No, I ain't mad at y'all at all.
All right, good.
I actually think it's kind of funny.
You're 5'11", 305 pounds?
Yes.
Colorado.
Oh.
And you want to say what today?
Hi, Movo.
I honestly, I don't think that there's a problem as far as being big, being fat, whatever. If you ain't happy, everybody's going to see it regardless. So.
Yeah, but deep down, fat people aren't happy.
Huh?
Deep down, fat people aren't happy.
Actually, I'm pretty happy.
Nah, you'd rather be thin, though.
No.
Yes.
I don't want to be some skinny little toothpick that...
I'm not talking skinny.
Or something,
You'd rather not be 305 pounds.
Yeah, because even if you were like 250, you're still, a fat girl.
I've actually always been big my entire life, ever since I was a tiny kid.
How do you do out there in the wild world of sex?
I'm not easy.
You're not?
Hell no.
Why? It's hard to find it?
No, not by all means, no. I've got guys that call me all the time. I got guys chasing me all the time.
They're chasing you and they can't catch you?
They're chasing you and they can't...
kind of guys are on Little Rascals. I'll get you, girlie.
Who's chasing you, Zoe, with her crutches?
If these batteries were charged, you'd be mine.
What's chasing you, a turtle?
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like chasing, but, they'll call me up. Hey, what are you doing? Can I come over and visit? No.
And the answer, eating.
Do they call you at Tuesday at 4 a.m. or Friday at 6 p.m.?
Oh, they'll call me all the time.
What's chasing you, an ice age?
What's chasing you, food salesman?
God, no.
The humor trucks are chasing you.
Guys chasing me all the time.
Believe it or not,
are you a white chick?
There are guys out there that like bigger girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Are you
white? Called, and yes, I am white.
And they're called chubby chasers, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Are you white? Do you notice that more black men hit on you than white men?
No, not really.
Here's the important question. Do you have the big boobies?
Yes, I do.
42D. You don't want to be a flatso.
Yeah, 42D. 42, of course, is the back.
Wow, that's a lot of back.
And the D is the cup.
Yep.
So you got the big back working.
You got hair on your nipples? Because that would be a kiss of death.
No.
That chick with hair on her nipples.
Now, your ass. Let me talk about your ass for a minute. I'm thinking the gravel driveway.
The gravel driveway? What's
that's you. If you had theoretically taken off your pants.
Sorry, I disagree.
Why?
Well, there's something goes on with fat girls. They have what you're describing.
Yeah.
The dimples and stuff. But she's up to over 300 pounds.
Oh, there's plenty of it.
The skin can only stretch so much, and then it kind of smooths out all the...
oh, I don't know.
All the dimples.
I don't have a bunch of dimples in my ass.
Does it look like you took your pants off, your panties off, and sat in a gravel driveway for an hour, stood up, brushed the gravel off, and then, it looks like that?
No.
No?
Is it reverse braille?
Let's say hi to Scott in Chicago. Scott.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that it's not that fat people are happy. The correct term is that fat people are jolly.
Jolly.
That's right. You're
right
jolly.
Up until the jolly shotgun barrel goes in their mouth.
Hey, do fat girls do you have do fat girls have tighter boxes? Because they're they don't have don't they have tighter?
That's one of those questions if you fill an inner tube with air, right?
Uh-huh.
And then you fill it with more air, does the hole in the middle get bigger or smaller?
That's a tough one.
Interesting, yes, interesting.
My box is very tight, thank you.
Is it really?
You got a tight box?
Yeah.
What do you have to do you got to wipe your ass with the couch? Are you that fat?
Do you need a stick?
I don't know.
So I've heard people use a stick. They have those things. Those things that guys at the grocery store use to get the cans from the top shelf?
Yeah.
Fat people use that to wipe. They have it next to the toilet. No?
Well, Chris has a question. Chris?
Hey, guys, what's going on? How you doing, fat tits?
What do you call her?
Fat tits.
I gotta know. She's talking about all these guys are calling her all the time. How many of these guys are gay or might be gay?
Right, fag hag. You could you be a
none
fag
of them
hag?
Are gay, and none of them have the possibility of being gay.
For foreplay, do you sit at one end of the bed and the guy throws peanuts at you?
Nah, I'm punching out, guys.
Yeah. But you're just...
Who doesn't enter my bed?
You said you're not easy, so do you have guy friends?
I have guy friends, yes I do.
And they have no interest in having sex with you?
Oh, no, I'm sure that they do. I just don't sleep with them. I have a certain waiting period that they have to abide by, and...
Waiting period?
You know how you find...
I don't sleep with a guy within, like some chicks, I don't...
The waiting period is called digestion.
Yeah.
That's the line.
You don't go into a pool until an hour after you eat.
Yeah.
Right, Rich?
That's the line. Hey, you know how like normal people find crumbs in their bed? Do you find like whole cakes in your bed? Pies.
That would be in your bed, Boss.
Come on. Now listen, you know we're having fun. You called in, all right? All
right. Would you ever help a guy load a couch into a van?
Would you?
Load a couch into a van?
Yeah, would you? Would you be part of our fat girl eating contest?
No.
That's
no.
But believe it or not,
I want to have a fat girl eating contest. Anthony, are you up for a fat girl eating contest?
Of course.
You have to be over 200 pounds to begin with. We get 5 participants. They come in at, I don't know, we get here, 5:30, 5:40 in the morning, and you just start eating and eating and eating.
We have a weigh-in beforehand.
Yeah, and then by the time the show's over, we see which fat girl gained the most weight.
We weigh you again.
And they win some fine prizes to be announced later.
Another wafer thin mint.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
And then we'll ask all the local restaurants to bring in as much food as humanly possible for all the fat girls.
What do you eat on a daily basis? Give me a rundown. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks in between.
Usually nothing. No snacks. Lunch, normally nothing. I normally don't eat until dinner time, and then it's maybe eat the grilled chicken, steamed vegetables.
They are so full of shit. All fat girls are full of shit. How are you eating? You're not eating breakfast. You're not eating lunch. And you have chicken and vegetables for dinner.
Yeah. 3 meatloaf milkshakes for lunch. How could you not? How did you get that big if you're only eating steamed?
She's got the metabolism of a brontosaurus. Just sitting there.
I've been big all my life. My parents are both bigger people, and even my sister is a bigger girl. And, I guess it's kind of in the genetics. I don't know. But I've been big all my life. There's no change in it.
What's your favorite snack food?
Grapes.
Favorite snack?
Snacks.
You're trying.
Everyone loves them. I like vanilla wafers. And ginger
apples,
snaps.
But I don't eat them very often.
What do you like?
I like apples, but I don't eat them very often.
Apples?
Apples. And you're trying to tell us
a
that...
tree at a time.
You're trying to tell us you have... you're trying to tell us you...
He was hungry.
You're trying to tell us you eat steamed vegetables.
Yes.
She's 305 pounds.
What are you using as a wok? Your satellite dish?
Liar whore, you know it.
No, not a liar whore.
Shut your goddamn pie hole.
All right, let's say hi to Carrie. If Carrie's bigger than Michelle, we're going to have to say goodbye to Michelle. Carrie?
Hi.
How big are you?
I'm a big girl. I have a hot husband. I'm not going to tell you how much I weigh.
Oh, come on.
Are you bigger?
Chicken.
How about we play this little game?
Give us ballpark.
Are you heavier than 305 pounds?
No.
When you're driving down the highway, do you have to pull off into a weight station?
Actually, yes, I'm a truck driver.
Oh.
So am I.
Yeah, but see, truck drivers are supposed to be a little fatter.
No, I've gained a lot of weight since I've driven a truck. But I do have pictures. I have a really hot husband. At least I think he's hot. I have pictures on the internet. If you guys want to look at them, I don't know if I want to say that over the air. But I wanted to make a comment about the double ass thing you guys were talking about.
Yeah.
It's a lobster ass. Like it has pinchers. That's what we call it. I like to make fun of people's butts. I'm a fat girl that likes to make fun of fat.
Wait, you call it a lobster ass?
It has pinchers?
Pinches.
Yes.
It's been pinched by a lobster, I guess?
No, it looks like a lobster's pinchers. That's what we call it. We call it a lobster ass.
Oh, yeah. It's your thing where you squish down the side.
Yeah. Oh, from the side.
That's like the double ass thing you were talking about, right?
Right. And in the middle, it looks like the side view of a lobster's claw.
Right.
I gotcha. Yeah, the double ass. Fascinating looking at a double ass through the stretch pants.
Not fascinating. It's kind of sick.
Your truck, when you're driving the truck, like next week, will you be driving past the Punchline in San Francisco next week?
I live in California.
Oh.
I don't even know when I'm going to be home. We're in Florida right now. We just made it over the state line.
How far is the furthest you've driven your truck in one clip?
One trip or one
day.
One day. One day, I drive about 600 miles, 600 to 700 miles a day, but they're split up into shifts. Me and my husband drive together.
Imagine what that spot right on those sweatpants smell like. That dot right there on this. After that many miles, you just...
That's gross. I drive for like 5 hours, 5.5 hours at a time.
All right, we gotta say goodbye to the fatties. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Let's get this contest
Thank you,
going.
Perry. Thank you, Michelle in Colorado.
Fat chick eating contest.
We love you. As long as you're listening to XM Satellite Radio. You want to do the fat girl eating contest?
Absolutely.
All right.
I'm into it.
All right, someone tomorrow just remind us that we were talking about this today, and we'll try to get the fat chick eating contest together.
Something else that won't pan out. You guys just talk about bits you do and you never do them.
No, we'll start doing bits again. More bits equals more gooder, I guess.
I like this one.
You like?
Bunch of fat broads just shoving food in their face.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then whoever gains the most at the end of the show will win something. Don will come up with a good prize.
Have some hot, good-looking girls out the window pointing at them.
All right. Rich Voss, thanks for stopping by today.
Thanks.